What is going on, everybody? Rajay back in the house. What is happening? Cheers, everyone, on this Thursday evening. Emerson in the house already. Cheers, homie. Hopefully you're having a great Thursday night. Trying to get Todd in. Todd was actually having some issues here, so he was trying to get on. So we'll see if he can pop in here. I don't know if it was Todd's thing or if it was just StreamYard. I'm still having some issues there with StreamYard and a few things myself. So Todd, if you want to try to come back in, then we'll try to get you set up here to see what is happening. So big Thursday night. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a nice cold one out there as well. As we get ready to crack a few open, I got a couple beers here. Got a little bit of whiskey. It's been a long week. It's been a long day. Like one of those days at work where it's just, you're one of those days at work where you start to contemplate, like, how much time would I do if I take this person out right here? Like, it's one of those crazy type days where it's just like everything that was happening, like you wish wasn't happening. But it's over now, and it's into the evening. Time to kick back and relax. If you guys are drinking some stuff, make sure you let me know what you're drinking by putting a comment there in the comment section as well. Welcome all you guys aboard here. Got Blake in the house. Says cheers, bro, too. Cheers, homie. Good to see you as always. Try to see if we can get Todd pop back in here. Todd, can you hear on my end?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can't hear you. So I don't know if there's something. You sure you're not muted or something on your audio there? Did you have a different headset last time?
Nope.
Don't know what's happening. We're trying to get Todd into the mic here. Let me just check. I checked everything that I was checking on. I think StreamYard's just been messing up lately myself. And may have to try to get restream again. Todd, can you hear anything now?
I can.
So we can't get Todd fully in though. Say something now, Todd.
Can you hear me? Test.
Oh, there we go. Now we got you. There's Todd. We got him in here now.
What's up?
Yeah.
Finally.
So it was actually something on my speaker here. They switched some stuff around, but the voice meter input wasn't on. So weird. That was weird to say the least. Anyway,
I was going to say,
the house.
doing the same thing I've always been doing. So that was weird.
Yeah, I've been doing that too, but I still have been having some issues on some stuff. So glad to get you in here. Get the Flat 12 shirt you're rocking there. So cheers, homie.
Yeah, they're out of business now.
Mm-hmm. One of the casualties that actually took place. Unfortunately, we got Emerson's drinking a Foothills Oktoberfest because I'm fashionably late. Hey, better late than never, right? So Foothills, nice little brewery that I actually picked up beer from them when I was in Charleston 2.5-3 years ago. I had a couple of their beers that I brought back. So nice little brewery. Let me see. Blake said Todd. So yeah, so now they hear everybody can say they hear you and everything. So we're good to go. Cheers, fools, and Rajay pulled the pick out. Yeah, just made the change up here and decided to give it a shave. Like to mix it up. I like to keep you guys on your toes. So gotta say the wife
white before Christmas.
The wife wasn't happy. She wasn't happy that I kind of shaved it off, and she was like, "Why would you do that?" Like she got used to it. She didn't like it at first, and then she got used to it, and so now it's like I said, I'll grow back in a few weeks. It don't take long for me to grow a beard back, but
that's the way it was with mine. I did mine. Let's see, for No Shave November. Probably I don't know if it was the year right after my dad passed away.
Yeah.
But that I just did it. And now Shannon and my mom and everybody likes it. And I've been wanting to shave it off, just shave it, something different. And they're like, no, can't do it. I'm like, wait a minute, it's my face, isn't it? Can I do what I want, right?
It came with me when I was born. I thought it was mine.
Right.
Yeah, right. I should be able to do what I want to do. No one controls me. Yeah. But yeah, the women will control the beard at times though. They get fickle about them. Yeah, shaved his beard and forgot how to run the internet. Yeah, that's what it probably was. 2020, I shaved my beard. That's another thing to put down there under the hashtag. But yeah.
That's right.
So he'll be back. Jeremy V in the house. Wow, Rod J, is that you? Yes, it is, my friend. So good to see
Everybody
you.
thought they tuned in to the wrong channel.
Yeah. Well, Jeremy's been away so long, he wouldn't know because he's been working so much. So yeah, I think last time he did see me a few days ago, I did have the beard. So he has not seen me since I actually decided to shave it down and shave it off, so to speak. He says, Todd, pick out those curtains. Cheers, guys.
I knew. I was waiting for the comment. Every time I sit in this spot, somebody always says, "What are you sitting in the bathtub? The shower curtains?" Those are Shannon's. That's what Shannon's. Take them out. They cover up our back patio with sliding door.
What if he was sitting on the shitter? Is that so wrong? Is that so wrong?
Yeah. I'll mute when the noise comes.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. That's what the wife said. She said, you definitely look younger, though, without the beard and everything. Yeah. Which I was surprised by. The next question, like, so where are you trying to go to this weekend? Because usually if you look younger, the wife's like, why are you looking younger? What's going on? What's happening?
Yeah.
So you got to
put
the questions. Yeah.
What are you hiding? What are you hiding, Rod?
Yeah, that's crazy. But like, yeah, so decided to go ahead and make that trim there. Shower curtains not just for showers anymore. LOL. JV with the jokes. It's good to have JV back. That's for sure. Yeah, good to have you back in the house, my friend. It's been way too long. So I've got a couple beers I'm going to drink tonight. One of them is going to be a new one. I don't know if you were on it. Did I drink the other Oak Spire on the show here, the new one? I was going to drink one of those.
Yeah, I think it was a couple weeks ago. Oh, no, I don't know.
It's the old fashioned.
That was one of the shows you were doing, and you did a shot of bourbon or something with it too, I think.
Okay, well, this is the old fashioned, the new Oak Spire, 9% ABV. So I'm going to crack that open. But before I get to that, I was actually waiting to see if I could find one of these, and I actually found a 4-pack, and I was checking out from DeClaw Brewing the Hop Tarts, the Wild Berry Double.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
I've seen that one.
Kind of curious. Does it taste like Pop-Tarts in there? What's going on? The Hop Tarts? It's got the Pop-Tarts type thing. I wonder if they got hit with like trademark infringement or something like that, because you see it and you think Pop-Tarts.
I was going to say, the logo looks awful.
Similar. Yeah. So how some of these companies get all protective about their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward. I've seen a lot of people actually talk about this or share pictures of it, like on Instagram, and finally I was able to grab on some. And I might have a little larceny that got to the side here as well. But I don't know what you got to drink over there. What you got going on in your world?
I just cracked open one from Hop Butcher.
Ooh.
Peel carefully.
Oh, I had that one. That's tasty. Have you tasted it yet?
No, I haven't. It's getting ready to pour.
Spoiler, you're going to like it. I'm going to call it now.
I'll tell you what, the aroma out of the can is pretty phenomenal.
I'm going to go ahead and call that shot that Todd is going to like it.
Let's see, what is this one with? I think it was 7.5% ABV. Citra Medusa hops. Let's say milkshake. Double IPA. I'm turning the freaking light on so I can see.
Here is the Hop Tarts. Look at that. It's got a copper color to it. I was thinking it might come up with a little more colorful action.
Man, look at the head on that thing.
That's what she said. Oh, funny my sound.
Citra Medusa hops. Milkshake double IPA. Brewed with passion fruit, orange, pink guava, and vanilla in the kitchen sink.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Heard a lot of good things about it, though. I mean, I've heard a lot about everything that they've done, so I was happy to be able to get my hands on some of these.
That's what for sure. Ale.
All right, I'm going to turn the light back off now.
Let's see what this one. Think anything on this one or what is actually in here? Double IPA with slight berry essence, not heavily fruited. We add raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries and ferment them out in the process, leaving a bit of wild berry character. Hops have more fruit-like qualities, including lotus, mosaic, Fruit Punch, Enigma, Chinook, and Amarillo. It's a very wild one. Drink or refrigerate ASAP. I'm not getting a lot of berry out of it, though.
Was that the Oak Spire?
No, this is the hop.
Oh, that was the hop tarts. Okay.
You definitely get the bitter sensation of it being an IPA, though. A little bit malty. But
I saw you pull it out, but I was thinking you were drinking the other one first for some reason.
Yeah, I let that one warm up a little bit more. I'm going to say I'm not overly as knocked back by this one. Me say maybe a little disappointed. You guys have to wait to see the review on that one, but it's not all I thought it was going to be. It's not all it was cracked up to be.
How much did you pay for a 4-pack of that one? Did you say? If you did, I didn't hear you.
I think it was $12.99 for the 4-pack.
Okay.
I mean, you do get some berry on the lips, but I guess I was expecting it'll be a little bit more sour than it actually is. Although they say it's not overly tart, but got a little bit of a astringency there. Not as much of the acidity, but it's definitely got the quality. It feels more like an IPA than a double IPA because usually the double IPAs are more malted, more smoother. This one still got that punchy in the face type bitterness of the IPA with a little bit of a berry type appeal. It's almost like you sprinkle berry juice in there or something. So it's all right, but it's not stellar for anything like that. Not what I was kind of expecting for them to put out from DeClaw. I do got their candy cane thing, whatever. I'm looking forward to that one. Hopefully that's a good one.
Well, that might be one I just pick a can of up then if I see it. Should see it. We get most of their stuff, so
yeah,
should see that one. When did that one hit the shelf there?
Right after like Thanksgiving, so just last couple weeks. Yeah,
I really haven't been out anywhere for the last week or so it very well could be.
Yeah, I think I'm going to save that one for next week's show because the week after will be Christmas Eve. We may not have a show for Christmas Eve. So next week will be like the Christmas show here on the channel.
Yeah, I don't know. Christmas Eve for sure I won't.
Yeah.
I won't be on. We might have a few of the same that usually, close family that we see all the time anyway, usually comes over Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
But same ones we had over for Thanksgiving, so just a small 6 or 8 people at the most. Even though I know that doesn't matter, but nothing crazy. Not like it usually isn't Christmas Eve for us.
Not like usual, yeah. It's not a usual year, that's for sure.
We usually have a big spread of hors d'oeuvres at our house, and then aunts and uncles and cousins, and people just kind of come and go all night, all evening long, and just people you don't see, throughout the year. But I told my mom, I said, just tell them all nothing this year. I said, mom can come, my aunt and cousin can come, my brother and his daughter, and then Shannon's dad and brother, and that'll be it. That's all we have for Thanksgiving. But we see them on a regular basis anyway. So
I just realized I haven't had any deviled eggs this year. I love some deviled eggs, so I'm going to try to get some from Christmas. Our Kroger can make deviled eggs. It's not as great as like when some of the other people make them, but they're decent enough. They're already done. You come home and you can put like red pepper or something like that on them, kind of spice them up a little bit more. They're pretty bland coming out of Kroger.
I want to do the deviled eggs where you deep fry them. Have you seen those?
I've had those.
Have you really?
Yeah, I've had those at one of the restaurants. Yeah, they're very good. Very good. Probably the healthiest thing in the world, of course, but yeah.
Well, I mean, everything's better deep. Well, I say everything's good deep fried, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think that was good. I've seen those, and they're like all floured up or panko crumbs, whatever, and deep fried. I was like, oh, that looks so good.
Yeah, once you have a deep fried Twinkie, you don't want to enter a Twinkie after that because it's got to be deep fried. You're just like, it's just a regular Twinkie at that point. So, yeah, being out in Vegas and having that deep fried, it was kind of like one of those things you just check off because you can get deep fried Twinkies in Vegas.
Had deep fried Oreos, which are pretty amazing.
I had those too. Yeah, I'm not afraid of the deep fryer.
The Oreos got really soft though, kind of like oozed when you kind of try to eat one, but it was still good.
Yeah,
it was still good.
Well, Jeremy had asked. We already talked about the beers, although Todd might have another beer there we haven't talked about yet. after this one.
Dude.
Rec room curtains and shag carpet. That's good, Gilbert.
Gilbert, not while I'm drinking, man. Come on. Back up went all over the camera. 3D action.
He's got the van in the driveway with the bubble window. So yeah. Yeah, the can does look really cool, and like I said, it's not terrible. It's just I expected more, I guess, with the claw.
Honestly, I sat here thinking how many people are going to comment tonight on that, because every time I sit in this spot, it never fails. I don't care though.
That's title the shitter right now. What's going on? I can tell you, I've had the Oak Spire. I've had one of them already, and that's actually been pretty good. So I'm going to enjoy that one here. But the other thing I have, which I may have a couple swigs out of, I just remember I left my glass downstairs, is the Larceny. 1870, pointed out by a couple of the whiskey guys as well. It's a small batch, so I've actually been enjoying this one. This one's actually pretty smooth, so thanks to the people that recommended that.
Yeah, can't go wrong with Larceny for sure.
Yeah, well, that was the one barrel. It was from last year's Bourbon County that they used Larceny, and that's where I first saw that. And a couple of the people commented to check out the Larceny as well. It was funny. I went to Jungle Jim's, as you know, a couple weeks ago, and I ended up getting two of the Bourbon County, the regular and the fog. And I'd be damned if today they didn't say they had the number 4 in as well, since someone saw out there. And I'm like, seriously? Where was it that day I was there? Because I'm not going to drive 30-something miles to get one bottle, but it'd been nice if it would have been there that day.
I believe everybody must have got a second shipment of stuff, because I saw some people posting here locally, like on the local Facebook page, a beer page, of people seeing some stuff. And also the local guy, I'm getting some, got another shipment coming in. I assume he's already got it. I don't know. He was going to wait till around Christmas, but he's going to let me have a couple of those bottles before, save a couple back for me. And it was the regular, the number 4, and the shit. What was the name of the other one?
Was it the Caramella?
What was it?
The Caramella.
That's it. Yeah,
because that one's been a little easier to find, I think, and the fog has been out there. Which I've got the fog and the Caramella. I just don't have the other one.
The post I saw yesterday was the Caramella and the fog at one of the local liquor stores. Well, local over in Louisville, not over here, but
yeah, there's definitely some good ones out there. I can take a look here. I'm looking for, because this is a picture. I will pull off my Twitter page. I can find it here. I think you're right about some people getting some extra shipments. Let's see.
Guess they're just making more now, I guess. I don't know. It seemed like it kind of hit that last year too. Not on the variants as much as it was the regular, but
yeah.
It seemed like there was another late edition before Christmas last year.
Oh, there might have been another one that was kind of dropped out there as well.
Tell you what, the vanilla on this thing is pretty big.
Yeah, this was pull it up over here. This was a picture that was on my Twitter earlier that someone had tweeted. As they say, tweet. So,
Rod, do you remember much about this one?
Which one is that one?
This Hot Butcher.
Yeah, that was a really good one. I did the review on the pill carefully.
I'm getting a lot of vanilla on it. Almost kind of like the orange vanilla. What are they called? The popsicle.
Yeah, creamsicle.
Creamsicle, yeah, like a creamsicle type vibe to it.
Yeah. So this was a shipment that one of the guys that posted on Twitter that came in, and you can see all the Bourbon County. So they did get another shipment into this one. It was so funny because he was just saying like how he to stop from overspending and everything like that. Everybody kept cracking jokes, and I was like, "Yeah, that's a lot of Reese's there." I was looking over here at all the Reese's, like I would have wiped out the Reese's. But then I was like, no, I would have wanted the number 4. But down here you have like a couple of the fog. This one here is the Caramella, and this one here is the proprietaries, and you can see all the regular. Everybody's got like a ton of the base stuff coming in, but the other stuff's a little bit more squandered. I don't know if there might be something on the other side of those boxes too, but it was just funny.
Is the proprietor, is that the one that's aged in Weller, 12 years supposedly?
I think it might be. I think it might.
Whichever one that one is.
I know a lot of people are after number 4. A lot of people were trying to find that one.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure I've got one, so he should be getting me one. So as long as he doesn't forget, I don't think he will. He actually reached out to me. I didn't even reach out to him because he knew I missed him on Black Friday because I had to work. So
right,
I was chatting with him a little bit before, and he actually reached back out to me. He's like, I'm getting another shipment in, which I think he's got it already. And he was going to let me go ahead and have them, but I haven't heard back from him. So, but I think it might be next week or the week of Christmas. I'm not sure. Either way, it doesn't matter as long as I can get them.
Shout out to CB down at WB. What is going on, my friends? And actually, CB, if you didn't see or know, I'm not sure how much you're into. I know we both mentioned West Virginia and the sports and stuff, but basketball tomorrow, they moved the game in for us. So we're actually taking on the Green Machine, the mighty powerhouse of North Texas, tomorrow afternoon. We were supposed to play Robert Morris early this week. Robert Morris had the corona stuff. Our next game wasn't until, I believe, Monday or Sunday with Richmond, which Richmond is ranked number 19. Did not realize that.
And after they beat Kentucky, they jumped into the top 25.
Although everybody's making it seem easy to beat Kentucky right now, so
yeah, they're not good. I've seen them play. They might be worse shooters than Indiana's team, and Indiana's team they couldn't hit water. They fell out of a boat unless they're within the paint.
Yeah, the one and done may have caught up with Calipari, and I'm okay with that. So
me too.
But so we're playing a game tomorrow afternoon against North Texas, so that'd be pretty cool.
So Duke canceled the rest of their season until conference play.
Oh, did they really? I didn't see that.
I saw that today. Yeah, that they. I think they start conference next week, which probably is about right because I guess of the shortened schedule. But their first game coming up will be Notre Dame next week. I think is what it said, next Wednesday maybe. Which we've only got 2 games. We've only got 2 games left before conference, and then that'll be it. It'll be straight conference play.
Oh, Emerson, if only. I don't look that young. But speaking of conference, like you guys you guys kind of got hosed with the whole Big Ten. It's kind of like they made the rules because we got to have Ohio State in.
I was going to ask you about that just because maybe I'm a homer or whatever because it was my team, and I hate Ohio State football, but because everybody thinks they walk on water. I guess if you're in Ohio, most everybody else hates them, I think. But I thought that was total. Like, okay, so here's my thing on it. Like, is Ohio State better than Indiana? Yeah, probably. Do they deserve to probably be in the championship game? Probably, but that's not the point. The point is they made the rule where you got to get 6 games, and they didn't meet that rule. So why are you changing it now just because it's Ohio State? That's my gripe. And I'm not even sure that they're probably better than Indiana, but Indiana didn't play great that game and almost came back and beat them. Yeah. So it's like, give the little guy a chance. Give a team that hasn't been anywhere near that ever in football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They did it because it was Ohio State.
That's exactly right because it is Ohio State.
I mean, you look at it, you say, well, if Indiana was 4-0, would they have made that change? And then Ohio State was like 6-1 or whatever? Nope, probably not. They'd have been like, sorry, it's just the way it is. So
absolutely,
there were a lot of comments that ate into that when they posted that. Like people were like, it's only because Ohio State, and that's why people don't like Ohio State. They get all the favoritism and blah blah blah. But then I look at it, I'm like, in the Big Ten, are they probably the best team? Probably. I said what they should do, screw the East versus the West side because we know Ohio State's going to roll Northwestern. Just put Ohio State against Indiana in a championship game. That would be the best thing. Those would be the 2 teams that would probably play the best out of the Big Ten right now.
Here's the thing I don't understand is I think they're scheduled to play 1 more game. So that would have gave them 6 anyway.
Ohio State? I thought Michigan's usually their last game.
Well, they canceled that game. Indiana-Purdue got canceled. But I heard and read that they were supposedly doing a cross-division play where whatever place you're in, you're playing that team in the other division. I don't know if that's true or not because I heard Indiana was supposed to play Iowa next week. I was like, I
That'll
thought
be
the
a good
season
game.
was over, but I don't know if that's true. I haven't really seen any schedule for that, so I don't know. I can't get anybody, I can't find anything that's confirming that.
Yeah, I think
Because
it
I
should
thought if they
be.
had one more game, it would, what difference would it have made?
Yeah, I think it should be Ohio State versus Indiana myself, but I know they won't do it because they have the East West. Oh, now that rule matters. None of the other rules matter, but that one matters.
Right. Well, they
Pick and
both games
choose.
got canceled because of the other team, but I think Indiana's now in COVID
Yeah.
protocol too now, though, so it may not have mattered anyway. But
What's up, Chad? Good to see you. So you guys know the differences in the different IPAs out there, like the double, triple. Yeah, they're different subsets of the IPA. So the IPA itself, if you have a single IPA, is under 7.5%. Double IPA start at 7.5. Really, I don't think there really is like a triple IPA, but a lot of triple IPAs you see will be like over 9 for the most part. The New England IPAs are kind of just a style with New England, where you have a little bit more of a juicier type IPA versus the West Coast, where it's more of a bitter pioneer type IPA. There's other versions, the milkshake IPA as well, where you kind of get that smooth creaminess to it. So yeah, all those different ones out there. So maybe just a little bit about the differences.
also the triples seem more maltier too, not quite as hot.
Well, yeah, anytime you take it higher, it's going to be more malted. So your doubles will usually be more maltier than your single, unless you're like at that border. Like some of the ones I got from Hot Butcher at 7.5%, they definitely felt more bitter in, even though they call them double IPA because you can do that at 7.5. They felt more like the single. But as you're getting up, like some of you, like your double Two Hearted versus your single, is definitely more malted out.
Yeah.
You look at your 30, 60, 90 stuff at Dogfish Head. So as you move up higher, you got to raise the alcohol, and the malts would do that. The hops don't affect the ABV.
But I feel like people that aren't really sure think the opposite. Yeah. That because it's a triple double, it's the hop intensity is a lot bigger and greater. And that's not usually the case.
Not usually. There's a few out there they try to put a little bit more of that on there, but usually it's going to be more smoother than drinking a regular IPA. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it'll mess you up, man.
It'll get you where you want to go.
Gets you where you want to go real fast. Like there was some internet issues. I thought get off the AT&T, man. Did you go back, Blake? Sipping on Harveston Brewery Old Engine Old. Oh.
Hey, Gilbert, do you all get the Bourbon County stouts up there?
I bet if they do, they get screwed on them with the pricing.
Out of curiosity, yeah. And then if you do, what's the price on those things?
Yeah. I got 2 different IPAs tonight, both 10% ABV. Ooh, nice, Chad.
That'll get you where you want to go, too.
Very nice.
Which IPAs are those, Chad?
Yeah, which ones you got? Blake, so your Facebook message, if you want Santa to visit, just be careful, CB. Santa can visit, but Santa cannot touch the bear. Just let Santa know. You guys gonna wear ugly Christmas sweaters for the Christmas show? I don't even have an ugly Christmas sweater. They tried to do that at work. I work having a virtual thing next week for ugly sweater. I'm gonna have an ugly. I'm gonna go buy an ugly sweater just for the ugly sweater. I don't even have any sweaters now I think about it. You got an ugly sweater?
No, but I've got a couple of Christmas shirts that we would usually wear for. We just throw on for our Christmas Eve gathering.
Yeah.
So I've got one. It's one of the Minions, and he's got the Christmas whatever on, and then we got one. It's from Elf.
Yeah.
Well, I forget what the caption is on it and what the picture is of it.
Well, instead of people having ugly sweater contests, what somebody needs to have, and I've never seen it happen before, is a Cousin Eddie Christmas contest, like a Christmas vacation, where you wear the blue robe and the T-shirt, black socks, shoes, whatever. Like when the shitter's full, you need to have a Cousin Eddie contest out there, someone for Christmas. That would be the thing to do.
That's been my thought for Halloween to dress up as the last couple of years, and I haven't done it yet.
Because we all know Cousin Eddie, he's what makes Christmas. So deviled eggs, but not fried bologna. Yeah. Come on. You can't compare deviled eggs to fried bologna. Although there was an article I saw earlier this week that talked about the gourmet feel of fried bologna. And I'm looking at this sandwich on that. It might have been like one of those food and wine type pieces or like that. And they had it like on like one of those like those special buns, like a brioche bun. You get the fried bologna and all kind of. It was like a gourmet sandwich, and I'm like, everybody says you don't want it like that. You just want the bread. You wanted to slap it on there with the mustard or the mayo. Or like this was like done up like a fine restaurant. So a little fancy for some people. But however you take your fried bologna, What up, Cardinal? Cheers, friend. What is going on, homie? Hopefully you're staying safe up there in Akron where things were a little crazy.
So, Rod, since you've had fried bologna, do you ever just get the, man, I just want a fried bologna sandwich kind of feel, or no?
No. I mean, I had hot dogs. We had hot dogs for dinner tonight. That's like a fried bologna, I guess. But no, I don't get a feel for. I mean, it was all right. Like I've bought bologna since then. I went out and got some. I just make a regular sandwich. I don't fry it because I had time to cut and fry and watch for the bubble type thing. But right. I may get a feel at some point where maybe I'll do that. I can see a nice fried bologna sandwich like with a little cup of chili or something. It could be like a nice little thing there, watching like one of the games here in wintertime where you're just like you want to just chill, relax, a little bit of a comfort type food situation. But no, I haven't made it since the time I had it there. Although this weekend I need to get the grill put together, so I had it here since I got it last Friday, so I haven't put it together yet. So I ordered a smoker box for it. So
did you?
It's some wood chips, and then I got like a pretty much like a thermostat. I'm going to drill it into it where you can put it in there so you can see the temperature gauge from the outside and everything. And then I just got a cover coming tomorrow. I didn't think about that earlier, but in case of bad weather, so I can throw a cover.
So is that a thermostat just for the temperature of the grill or for what you got inside? Like the
temperature of the grill inside. So just take it, like the round circle with the stem, just drill a hole through the front of the grill, put it in there, and you tighten it up from behind. That way you can know what temperatures your stuff's at. I forgot to check to see if there was one on there, and that one didn't have it. So I went ahead and got that for a part to add on to it after watching a YouTube video. Like, you just get this and pop that on.
That's kind of weird. Yeah, usually they come, as a standard on there.
Yeah. Well, I guess I didn't pay enough. I only paid like nearly $300 for it, but I guess you got to go higher to get it.
Seems enough to me.
To get them to actually give you one with it. What up, Dee in the house? Cheers all. Still haven't read your reply. Very busy at work. You ain't busy at work. You've been golfing this week. What are you talking about, man? Very busy at work. He said, "Hey Todd, how you doing?"
What's up, Dee?
Dee got some good weather probably still down there in Carolina as well. Let me see. Chad says, first of the 10% ABV I'm drinking is Greater Goods New England IPA. Woo! It's an Imperial Juicy Haze IPA. Also says New England IPA on bottle. Nice. Yeah, your New England IPAs are usually hazy as well. What do you think of that one, Chad? And Chad, Rod doesn't need any help getting deals. $5.99 ribeyes. And the Chad get a $5. Oh, I missed that one up there. Let me go back up here first. Anyone in Massachusetts next week, the Gulf of Maine salmon is $5 off a pound. $5.99 for our bone-in ribeye steaks will be $5.99 a pound, $7.50 off a pound, $7, $12, $13. Sounds like some surfing turf taking place. That's a good deal up there.
Be filling up the freezer with that.
Yeah, I'd be loading it up. And then he's got the hate on for the deals. Doesn't want to get any more deals. Well, he wants you to freeze them and overnight to me, LOL.
Yeah, no kidding.
Have one of those with some eggs in your Wawa beer there, Dee. What are you making hood moonshine out of the crew here? Can't. But don't get arrested up there, Connell. You already got people shooting up the block, so make sure you keep it protected. You got to hide those moonshine stills. That's one thing you never want to suddenly come across anybody's moonshine still, like in the Appalachia area. That's not a good thing. Even though it's an accident, they're very, very, very protective.
Hey, let's shoot you for that.
Yeah, I was just lost. Sure you were. Who are you working with?
Yeah.
The cartel sent you? Rushmore. Sounds like he's got amazing beer stores in there. I've got a few. Todd knows, he's been here. His brother lives up here too, and I'm in a little mini Mecca, so to speak. I've got great beer coming all around. It's funny. I saw Nick on Maxwell Star. I didn't get a chance to watch their broadcast last night, but they were doing one of the Flying Monkeys beer. I almost picked it up. I forgot which one it was, but it was just like that was one of the beers we had down here. It was like a Mexican something type stout. Hope my Razorbacks can kill Kentucky this year. Hope they got a pretty good squad there. I tell you what, the one player we got from Arkansas that transferred to West Virginia, I can't say Oberswingen. I can't remember what his full name is, but that he can't shoot as well yet, but rebounding and defense, he plays pretty awesome. I can't believe you guys let him get away from Arkansas.
Was he a graduate transfer or?
No, he's underclass. I think he's either a sophomore or junior now.
Oh.
Yeah, but Huggins was able to get him out of Arkansas to come to WVU. And he's like one of our forwards. He comes off the bench because he comes in behind Culver and Shiway when we start to rotate them out. I tell you what, Culver and Shiway playing together, that's the front line right now. So we still got a couple other players that need to be on the bench, in my opinion, and get some of the other guys in. Like Tad Sherman should be started for us and put a couple of other guys back. But Huggins, he's got it rolling right now. I mean, it's
they got
5 against Gonzaga, and we had our chances against Gonzaga in that game. You always hate to say that was a good loss, but that's a good loss. Like if we played them again, we got a good shot knocking them out. So it was like that kind of gave us the barometer of where we are as a team, and I definitely think we got a team that can go Elite 8, possibly Final 4. So we'll see.
That's what's infuriating with Indiana. Like last night was, they took Florida State in overtime.
Yeah,
and lost by 2. There was a couple bad calls that went against us, but if we just shoot the ball at all, this team would be really good because defensively they're pretty stout defensively. They just can't shoot. They just can't shoot threes to save their life. I mean, it kills you when you we just start packing it in on you and daring you to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Come on.
I just can't keep taking games watching Bill Walton. I keep feeling like I want some Nazi
or
something.
That's so terrible. So terrible. That dude he doesn't even mention anything about the game.
No.
All he wants to talk about is shrooms and getting high and stuff all the time.
Which is funny to see, like, ESPN, what do you guys do? Like, you guys literally promoting drug use on your broadcast, but you say nothing, you let it go. Like, when you listen to what he's saying, he's actually kind of promoting that, like college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was like, I thought the same thing. I'm like, what is ESPN doing right now? Yet they keep bringing him back. It's like, come on.
He probably still goes to frat parties and he's playing at these
He probably does.
The times our flight leave, I'm going to go over to the teak house and see what's going on.
I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Chaz, here's a question. Canada is known for hockey. In my area, in Massachusetts, we're known for salmon and beer in Maine. Lobsters, what is your area big on or known for? Well, here in Cincinnati, one is Geta, which is kind of like a pork scrap meat they use, I think, oats for to roll it in. The other thing would be like their chili, the Skyline chilies and the Gold Star chilies and the Greek recipe they actually use for them. I think those are kind of the big 2 things I would say about Cincinnati. I don't know. Would you think anything with Indiana?
No. I mean, I'm kind of from Louisville to where you are from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Kind of one of the same kind of territory there as far as that goes.
Well,
bourbon. I guess
of course, bourbon, right?
Bourbon. Yeah, as I say, here it'd be bourbon and horse racing, and horse derby racing and stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, then you also do have the Indy 500, but that's 2 hours away from me. But Indianapolis is about 1 hour and 45 minutes or so.
The home of
north
Muhammad
of me.
Ali.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
have you ever been to the Muhammad Ali complex there?
I haven't. It looks super nice.
Oh, you should go. It's really cool inside. Yeah.
I heard the where you kind of go like on the second level, look down like in a ring, and they kind of show like a fight or something going on or something or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, they got fights like him against Liston and some other fights, and just cool setup and some of the stories and stuff like that they have around there. So it's pretty cool. It's
I don't know why. I just haven't ever really thought about it. Like I was gonna go when it first opened, and then I was like, man, it was so crowded all the time, and it was just kind of one of those things as time went by. It's just like, just don't think about going now.
Yeah,
of course not.
Well, you know, you start thinking it's always there. Like it becomes a thing. Well, I can always go. It's right here. You know, type thing. But it's
I see it every day
Yeah.
on my way to work, so it's like I just don't think about going. Now I've been to the bat factory several times, which
that's somewhere I like to go too. Yeah, I like to go down there at some point.
And it's pretty cool. They've done it nice. Actually, they used to make the bat factory used to be in southern Indiana. A lot of people probably don't know that when it was still called Louisville Slugger.
I didn't know
and
that.
And they just within the last 10, maybe 15, probably longer than that now. Shit, times fly so much. Probably been 20 years plus now. That they actually are in downtown Louisville now. So actually, they're a couple blocks away from the Muhammad Ali Museum that you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's just right there in the same kind of block or something. But yeah, the Bat Factory is pretty cool. They got some nice little setups in there since they've moved it across into Louisville. Done some nice things. It's pretty cool. They got a little exhibit where you can stand, like in the batter's box.
Yeah.
And see a pitch. I think it may have changed now, but I think I was there. It was maybe Roger Clemens or Nolan Ryan or somebody, and a pitch comes at you like 100 mile an hour. So you can see what a 100 mile an hour pitch looks like in the batter's box.
Cool. Next time you're like at the Reds Stadium, they have the little Reds Hall of Fame next to the stadium out there.
Oh yeah.
But they have like the hidden thing in there too, where you can actually swing at like the pitches or whatever or something. So.
I have seen that. I've not actually done it, but I've seen it.
He said, another reason I hate Ohio State, just saying our school was better. Nah, boo-boo, just made an L with my thumb and index finger. Yeah. your school like packed it up this year before they even started the season. It was terrible. DD actually went Michigan, so it was just like I can't see how they're going to keep Harbaugh for that much longer up there.
I would actually think this is probably his last year. I don't know. I don't know what his contract's got on it, but
yeah,
he ain't got much time left.
He can't. He possibly can't. Like he can't. I mean,
if it ain't this year, it's got to be next year for sure.
Like if he was winning, if he was finishing seasons 8-4, and he was like, South Carolina or maybe something like that, he might get away with. But Michigan, they got a tradition. It's like, they can only give you so long up there.
Especially if you're not beating your rival Ohio State, because I don't think.
Exactly.
I'm not sure. Has he even beat Ohio State yet?
No, I don't even think it's a rivalry anymore because Ohio State's beating their Michigan coaches so much recently.
Yeah.
Like you got to be a rivalry. You have to win sometimes.
Right.
Done it for a long time.
Exactly. Can't be so one-sided. It's just like okay.
Chad said, "This year I'm thankful for beer. Beer brings great friends and great conversations. Cheers to that, my friend. That's truest. How a lot of us got together. That's how I met Todd. That's how a lot of people in the community. It was like beer was the thing that brought us all in."
Cheers to that.
Pea meal on a bun, meat pies, and maple syrup. That Chad Hunt. LOL. You love your pea meal, Gilbert. That's for sure. Yeah, Canada maple syrup. Yeah, I think they just drink it. It's just like H2O in Canada. We do get base Bourbon County, Todd 24 Canadian. Wow, like the base Kentucky Bastard, much better. Yeah, so they get it, but. The base here, the places I've seen have been like $12.99, and I think Depths is probably the lowest. I think this year's at $10.99, or last year they were $9.99 now, and they had it for like an extra month or two. People just weren't buying it because of all the other beers that we got here.
Now I don't know what ours is this year. It might be $12.99. So like I've seen them. People post anywhere from $12.99 to $14.99.
Yeah,
base. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I saw one person. I think they got it for $15.99. I thought they got a good deal, and everybody's like, "Oh, you got ripped off." You never want to be that guy when everybody else is like, "Oh, you got suckered."
Yeah, so you coming a mile away.
Yeah. Dude had a cranberry coleslaw. It was weird drinking in the winter. But it'll be 62 degrees tomorrow, tea time. Yeah, see, he's golfing again, right? That's what I said. He's out here golfing. I'm like, he's working too much. Come on, man.
Wrong with that. Actually, I think it's supposed to be think it's supposed to be pushing 60 here tomorrow.
Yeah, we were 57 or whatever, but like the same as you.
Yeah.
60. But we're supposed to get rain this weekend. Of course, it's the weekend, so it rains.
I know.
Yeah.
Be nice all week long, and rain comes on the weekend when you actually can maybe get out and enjoy it.
But the good thing is, I got a 3-day weekend, so I'm okay. I still have Monday left. Surprise!
Shocker.
The next week, I'm all the way off for next week. I meant to say Harvest Town Brewery, Old Engine Oil. I haven't heard of that one before, but again, in Canada, I don't get to hear about a lot of the beers. I happen to see them when I go to Jungle Gym, something like that. But what style is that one there? Is that like a stout as well? Beerhound's in the house on the OC. What is going on, Bill? Good to see you, my friend. Cheers, buddy. Hope you're having a great Thursday night. Vanessa's in the house. Cheers, Vanessa. Good to see you as always. Vanessa? I don't know if you're out there building something or you're just kind of kicking back and you got a Dragon's Milk in hand. Saying try to hook your friends up with those food deals. Yeah. You hook up some friends with food deals, they'll definitely be your friends for a long time.
Especially ribeyes at $5.99.
Listen, we chatted sports. Well, you know how it goes with that. So we chat a lot of things here. But yeah, we were in a little bit of a sports run for a little bit there. Kind of just kicking it. Oh, we're stinging. Yeah. I don't know, Carlo, are you a Buckeye fan? With you being up in Akron, I don't know if you are rooting for the Buckeyes as well. Lobsters all along coast and not just Boston. I don't know, but the deal that Chad had was for the ones he was talking about, where those are the ones that people were talking about because they get that special deal there. Shrooms and a quarter bud, Walton. Yeah, that's Bill Walton right there. What's going on, James? Chicago has tacos in every neighborhood. Who doesn't ever want a taco? Tacos are great. I'm still kind of pissed because they said if Hillary would have won in 2016, there'd be a taco in every corner. I'm like, how good would that be?
Walk out your front door and there's a taco waiting for you.
You miss one taco truck, go to the next one. Even the dogs want tacos. Everybody loves tacos. Everybody loves tacos.
Who doesn't like a taco?
Yeah. Oh, let's go back to here, man. Pea-baked paper. Spacesuits were made here in this town. Well, that's an interesting point of trivia. Good old spacesuit. Speaking of spacesuits, it was Chuck Yeager passed away this week, 97 years old. So good long life, though, for sure. But just thinking of spacesuits made me think of that. We got Dave G in the house. What is going on, Dave? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the channel. 49 degrees here in Florida, drinking some Stone enjoyed by 1121. Nice. 49 in Florida. That is weird. Like, you're in Florida, and we're here basically Kentucky, and we're like high 50s, but you're like 49. But hopefully you're enjoying that Stone. I actually did see that one, but I didn't pick it up. So hopefully it's a pretty tasty one. Let me know what you think of that there. Dragon's Milk Reserve opening shortly. Well, there you go. Got to crack it open. We're getting ready for rolling through the weekend. That's what I said. I'm sorry. I said Akron. That's my bad. Canton. My bad. But are you a Buckeye fan? Let me see.
About to kill some dogs.
Speaking of Akron, I wonder what happened to Lance the Lutz.
Oh, yeah.
He lasts forever.
Okay.
But what is Shannon doing?
He's probably sleeping somewhere.
He might be. He might have fell asleep.
She just got home from work, and now the dogs are going
crazy.
crazy.
That's why dogs are going crazy.
Yeah, I've been muting the mic so I can't hear it.
Speaking of, did she just come through the back door?
No,
is that Shannon? Or she letting the dogs in?
She just let one of our dogs in.
Oh, okay. I was like, you guys got Jehovah's Witness out for us? She snuck around or something.
Yeah, it's a possibility. You never know.
Get a hideout for Jehovah's.
See the suits in the Bible coming down the street. Go run back.
A lot of times I see the I don't know what religion it is. I think it might. I don't know if it's Mormon, but it's like the black pants, white shirt, black tie. And they're always like in the middle of the street somewhere. It seems like they're never knocking on the door though. It's like, what do you guys like? Do you guys ever go see people? It's like you're always like just out here in the middle of somewhere, but you're not really working. I ever see, but there they are with their Bible.
I think that is what it is. I think it is the Mormons.
Let's see. Hey, it's National Lager Day. Prost. I did not know that, James. I did not know that. So thanks for sharing that there. I was going to almost do some lager today, and I didn't do it. I mean, I still got time. I got 2.5 hours.
We failed on that one. We should have had a lager tonight, huh?
Should have had a lager. Unseasonably warm in Chicago, upper 50s today. Wow. Everybody's getting it, but Florida's getting the cold air. And Vanessa, hey, Shannon, as she passed by. Everybody
I'll let her know, Vanessa.
Is she working tomorrow?
Nah, she's off tomorrow. She's off the weekend, actually.
Well, she could bring her ass over here for a bit.
I tried to message her earlier and asked her if she was going to do the show tonight. Hell, I don't know.
Yeah.
If she put in a lot of hours a day, she might just sit her ass down and have a drink. Who knows?
Yeah.
See what I can work out.
Yeah. Cardinals, Cleveland Brown fan. Don't watch college. All right. Well, shit. You got to be happy as hell. Cleveland is finally like the first, non-losing season since I can't remember the number of years, but it goes back a while. I remember them putting that stat up earlier this week. So congrats for your Browns for look like they're looking pretty good out there. So good chance for them in the playoffs and everything. Do I, Dolly? Welcome, Dolly, by the way. Maybe a little different. May have
What's up, Dolly?
trimmed up the beard a little bit there. Freezing cold, below freezing here. Well, yeah, you do get the cold weather there, Vanessa. Moose Gal is back. Extremely different. Yeah. He goes, you don't like it without the beard? Welcome back.
Tuned into the wrong channel. Didn't recognize you.
Dovetail Dunkel. Very nice. I got to get some Dovetail beers when I'm back in Chicago. That's all I hear is some good stuff about them. Vanessa did the eggnog and bourbon at Llama Farm earlier. Oh, so you got the eggnog for this year already. Is it done or is it still kind of getting all put together and everything? I know that's going to be good. Oh, shit.
See, she's still alive.
I'm looking at your.
I said Rod shaved his beard off. She goes, oh, shit, he did.
Shannon, sit down. Sit down and join us, Shannon.
Looks good, Rod.
He said, sit down, sit down.
Oh, my back hurts.
She said she's tired. Back hurts.
Todd will give you a massage later.
15 hours.
Todd will rub it out for you.
So I only worked 15 hours.
No, she said I only worked 15 hours.
What, you couldn't go full 16? You cut it
He
short.
said, Slacker, you could have went a full 16.
Yeah, I should.
That would have been a double.
He said, I'll be back for you later.
Yeah.
Stay safe, though. Love you, girl. She's in there. She's one of our essential workers, man. Appreciate what she's doing. Let me see here. Oh, let me go back up. All of a sudden, my comments just went. Lep's in the house. What's going on, Lep? Cheers, my friend. There's another. You say Cleveland Browns, another Cleveland Browns fan shows up. So what is going on? You and Cardinal, the Browns represented in the house. Chad says 29 degrees in my town in Massachusetts at the moment. That's cold. He said, how about them Jets? LOL. Are the Jets even in the NFL anymore? Are they still there? Did they get kicked down to college ball yet? Yeah, I know they're having a rough season for sure. Eggnog for days. Nothing wrong with that. I do like some eggnog. Dolly said, I like the beer, Rod. Still got the Heineken in the fridge, washing my hair with it. Why did you drink that beer, girl? Speaking of drinking beer, so for those of you watching here, I actually just cracked open the second one, and this is going to be for New Belgium. It's their Oak Spire. It's their this year's limited release, 9% ABV. This is the old-fashioned Bourbon Barrel Ale, and a nice feel of the orange and a little bit of feel of the cherry. Definitely recommend picking up, especially if you're like an old-fashioned fan that you like there as well.
That's what I was just going to ask you. Is it worth getting? I do like an old fashioned.
Oh yeah, it's nice. Their Oak Spire series is pretty good.
Company's coming?
I haven't seen them, but I haven't been out for a while either to look. So I'll have to look next time I go out.
Look at it. Nice clarity on it. You got a head. You got a little bit of lacing. Goes down very smooth. So I'll have that review up there at some point here that you guys can also check out. Vanessa,
Hey, Rod.
Huh?
Real quick, I was thinking about Shannon just said, and I already saw this. I think I messaged you about it. Not you, but I did message you about it. That Upland was going into where the Buckhead was at.
Yeah, but so Buckhead closed down, but Upland's going to be picking up the spot. So you have Upland close to you, which is cool because they make some decent beers.
Yeah, it looked like they were maybe already moving into it because when I kind of come by that way on my way home from work. One of the bridges goes right by there, so it was like there was a lot of a lot of like construction type trucks and stuff in the parking lot. So
yeah, we got to get that perpetual hops put together too at some point as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen him for a while. I've been there a couple times with my brother on the weekend, but haven't seen him lately. But I can message him though.
Vanessa said hello to Shannon. She's still there. Dee Dee says hi.
Dee Dee says hi too.
Dolly says hi.
Dolly says hi.
Everybody was Shannon to come back.
All your fans.
Yeah.
They're my friends.
Trying to make Shannon feel guilty right now.
She says hi, friends.
These guys, eggnog is very good with liquors. Well, that's the only way I have it, Moose, is with liquor. Vanessa, my back hurts too. We'll send Tyler to give you a massage too, Vanessa. Brown, my Browns get on deck right. You know how we get down. Yeah, you guys, I can only imagine the Browns get into the playoffs this year, how crazy the partying is going to be up around Ohio with the Browns. All the Browns fans that have finally seen this happen. But you guys deserve it. You guys have been waiting a long time to get that team back rolling again. So,
yeah, a long time.
Duck eggnog gets even better with locals. I'll just send you some dovetails via FedEx. I'll drop you a line. Hey, we can always do something there, James. But I've looked at stuff. I may or may not have sent stuff. I feel like UPS is the best deal out there. I'm just saying. But I know some people use USPS as well. That I've seen. It's like last time I checked, the rates were definitely UPS the way to go.
Oh yeah, I always send mine UPS.
But like Hot Butcher, they send me FedEx all when they send their stuff. So
plus, when you go through like UPS's website, if you do it from home,
yeah,
print the label or whatever, or just on the computer, it always has a discount, like a code.
Yeah, you get the code for the discount.
Yeah,
and for me,
I don't know if FedEx does that or not, but
just drop it right off at in my case, my Ace Hardware store. Just send it out. No question.
I always use UPS mainly because I could just put my package in where I used to work at, and because they come every day, so I just throw it in there, and I have to worry about trying to answer what the hell was in the box.
Right.
What's in the box, man? What's in the box?
Why are you asking? Mind your business and ship it.
That's right. You do your job, I do mine.
I don't come here asking you shit about what you got. What's in that box over there that you got behind you?
That's right.
I don't come here messing with your job.
It's like,
you got one thing to do. Just take it to ship it. They don't pay you any extra to ask questions. You don't get any more money by asking me what's in the box.
I paid my money for you to ship it, and I'll ship it.
He said you work 26 hours for the week. Golfing is exhausting. Smart ass. That would be a nice life there. Jets are building a magnificent tank. Yeah, the Jets are, whoo. I don't even know. I don't mind NFL keeps it. I mean, from what I've heard, they're kind of falling apart there pretty bad. Something weird going on back on my back and right hip it is getting difficult to ignore. It was probably the weather does play into it though as well, like Dolly mentioned. What is it, Jet? Well, it's the Jets. It's the New York Jets. Right up the road from you, Dolly. Dolly's in Eagles country. I don't know if Dolly's an Eagles fan though or not. Oh, the Green Bay Packers.
What? That'll make Gilbert happy.
That would make Gilbert happy. Let TV, Scoos Salamayo. Let's get this down here. And yes, we all want Vanessa to feel better. Moose Gal said that there as well. Dolly said, hey, Vanessa, hello. How was the Olivewood? Yeah, good memory there, Dolly. That she did get the Olivewood, she told us last week. Dave G in the house says, my Eagles are terrible this year. 3-8-1. Wentz is having another terrible year. We should have kept Foles. I don't know why they got rid of Foles, and I don't know if you know that, Dave, but I'm actually from South Jersey, so I grew up like 20 minutes outside Philly, and my friends, family back home, they're big Eagles fans, but Foles, I don't know what, I mean, I feel like Foles gets kicked around the league, and it's like no one wants to give him any respect, but he's like gotten Super Bowl there, and it seems to be a decent quarterback from the stuff I've seen.
Even at 3-8-1, they're not out of it though. That division
is anybody
so
out
bad.
of it in the NFC least? Is anybody out of it?
No.
Although I did see one of the announcers.
The Giants have been playing pretty good lately.
Yeah, one of the announcers thought the Giants was going to win it this year for that division.
Yeah. I think they've won like 4 in a row or something like that.
All I know is I like seeing the Cowboys are not doing well for all the stuff Jerry always does down there. So
it's America's team.
All about the Cowboys family. Olivewood is waiting in the knife blade blanks to come. Using Olivewood on a few market knives to gift out. Very nice. I bet Vanessa makes some great Christmas gifts that she sends out. Lep says, hey, Muscal. Dave, I'm Eagletown. Big whoop dingles. Elbow's in the house. What is going on, Elbow? Cheers. Rajay Todd. Hopefully you've been doing well down there, my friend. Haven't spoken to you in a bit. Elbow down, of course, there in the nice Tampa area. I'd love to get back to Tampa. Have you been to Tampa before, Todd?
I have. I've been to Tampa 3 times, I think.
Yeah. Although when you get to Tampa, it's like I like St. Pete a little bit more, but Tampa's
that whole area. St. Pete, Clearwater, kind of triangle area.
Yeah, if you're in Tampa, just watch yourself on Kennedy. That's shady. That's a shady street there. But that's you're gonna need a small dagger like shank for cutting nuts off the shrubbery. Yeah, I don't trust you with a shank there, Dolly. What up, neighbor Carno from Lep? And long blades are far better for that. Quick slices. Oh, y'all trying to cut some people now. Or cut some fruit, but it could be used for people. Apparently, Rod trimmed his shrubbery. I did. So what's your meal for Christmas? Is it a ham, lamb, prime rib, lobsters, other? I hadn't really thought about the Christmas meal or that. Usually, before 2020, we would usually go out to a restaurant and get something there. This year's a little different, so we'll probably make something in the house, of course. We just haven't decided yet. Usually, we might have like a shrimp cocktail to start it out and then go from there. I mean, it could be steaks, like grilling a new grill. It could be
there you go, break it in.
Break it in or some turkey. Well, I'm going to break it in probably before then, though, but some turkey or I don't know. Ham does sound pretty good. I like ham. My wife doesn't like ham as much, so it probably won't be a ham. But I hadn't decided yet. Do you guys plan what you're going to have for Christmas yet, Todd?
No, we don't. We don't really do Christmas per se. Like, I mean, we do the presents and all that for our daughter and stuff. Our Christmas Eve is kind of our Christmas for the family and stuff.
Yeah, but as far as cooking stuff,
mainly because Shannon, you never know what her schedule is going to be. This year she works Christmas Day, so it's like, she's off Christmas Eve. Now this year I've got to work Christmas Eve, but supposedly we'll be off early, so we'll see. But yeah, so we don't really do a big Christmas type dinner or whatever. Now what I usually do, I don't know what I'll do this year because it's always hit and miss with her. It seems like about every other year she'll work Christmas. Back when our daughter was little, she was able to swap with other nurses, to work for her, and she'd pick up a day for them or whatever, just so she could be home Christmas Day. But as she's gotten older, she's been working more Christmases, it seems. Generally, what I would kind of our dinner type thing, I would get up in the morning and I would make breakfast. Like I'll do, bacon and sausage gravy and biscuits and eggs and hash browns and kind of make a big homemade breakfast in the morning on Christmas Day. So that'd be kind of our kind of dinner thing, but usually not.
That don't sound too bad at all.
Yeah. So that's kind of something I've done. Yeah, that's something I've kind of done for years. And really kind of what started it was my old job. One of our sales reps, he would always send us in the mail around Christmas time from, I don't know if it was like his local butcher shop, and I don't remember what city he was from now.
Right.
Where he was repping out of. one of his local butcher places had some really good sliced bacon and sausage, and he would always send it, on dry ice or whatever, along with like some bacon wrapped some bacon wrapped steaks and pork chops, like big thick cut round, kind of little bitty round ones.
Yeah. You ever have bacon wrapped scallops?
I have. Yeah.
Those are pretty good. If you like scallops, those are pretty damn good.
Yeah. I've actually made those before. They're pretty good.
Because let's face it, if you put bacon on anything, it's already better.
Right.
So the only thing you have to worry about is, do you like what the bacon is on? Because if you do, it's already a win. You've already enhanced the whole thing. So you're already off to a running start. So what are you pouring now over there?
So this is from Froth Brewing Company out of Buffalo, New York, courtesy of Sniper Joe.
Oh, shout out to Average Joe.
This is the liquid lollipop. So early in the year, I sent him a package with some 450 North stuff. And some of the stuff he didn't want to, well, actually, this is all pretty new stuff, but he was been holding back. He's like, I want, of course, he's been bad on, some, whichever I think and I'm sure everybody out there knows too, some health things going on. So finally, he was like, that's good. The weather's nice, cool enough now. So he had some stuff he sent out. So this is courtesy of Joe. Froth Brewing, this is the liquid lollipop, a triple fruited sour ale. Comes in at 6.5%, and this is strawberry, blueberry, cherry, and cheesecake. So there's the can. So it's kind of the lollipop looking thing.
Yeah.
When he actually sent this to me, he sent me 6 cans of it, and every single one of them look like this. So I just thought it was a 6-pack of the same thing. Until you actually start looking at the label. Let's see. So you start looking at the label.
There. Yeah.
And it's got all the ingredients. So every one of them was different. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. So it's just that series. So I have not had this one, but we'll see. I think he sent me 6 of those and some others. And so I have 3. I think I've had 3 of them so far, and they've all been really good.
Nice.
Not as thick as the slushies.
Yeah.
But they're just as equally. They're probably, I would say.
Nice. Yeah, just poured a little bit of Larson in a glass. I almost thought it was a beer glass, and I almost chugged it. I was like, oh, didn't want to do that. Let's see.
You need to find you some of that Screwball whiskey.
Oh, I got it here. I just haven't picked it up. I can get like a Party Source or Kroger has it. I just haven't gotten it since I've done the old smoky one.
Should do that do a little taste. Might be a good Christmas little shout out to each other.
It might be. I might get some of the Evan Williams eggnog for next week to have a little bit of that. I don't know if you ever had that before, but Evan Williams has an eggnog you can pick up. Usually add liquor to it because it's not as strong by itself. It's okay, but it's a cordial type thing. But you put a little bit more into it, gives a little bit more of a kick.
I've seen it, but I haven't ever picked that one up. Not the Evan Williams one.
It's actually pretty damn tasty. I
thought it already. Does it come with alcohol in it already, or no?
Well, yeah, but it's not as strong enough. It's just kind of like when you get the Chi-Chi margarita. Yeah, the Chi-Chi margarita has the kill in it. It's already pre-made, but it's lower than what you probably want, so you have to add to it.
Right.
Or enhance.
Well, I didn't know if it was just the eggnog mix, that Evan Williams was putting out for you to try to maybe get their bourbon too or whatever to put in it. But I wasn't sure. Yeah,
it already has it. Vanessa has said turkey for Christmas, which turkey's always good. But it's like almost like we have turkey for Thanksgiving. You can turn around in a few weeks and have it. Like, I think more people have ham on Christmas than turkey, but some people have ham on Thanksgiving as well. Some have both. I mean, growing up as a kid, my grandmother used to make both turkey and ham because I was not a turkey fan, so she made ham so I can enjoy that. So
you know what you should do, Rod? You should start a new tradition. Maybe get it to spread. Get you like a roll of bologna, like a whole roll of bologna from like the butcher shop. And smoke that bad boy, or just throw it on the grill. It doesn't matter. Just throw it on the grill.
Has anybody smoked bologna before?
Season it up and throw it on the grill.
Do people smoke bologna? Like, I don't know.
Yes.
Probably.
Actually, one of our old neighbors where we used to live, he actually did one. And it was pretty good, actually. He was really good. Yeah.
It's okay. Don't be ashamed.
I ain't ashamed. That was good. Like, what are you smoking? Bologna?
Wow. Poor Vanessa, you're speaking my language. I became a member and after the Human Barometer Club in August 1993. Let's just say, ooh. Ooh, Vanessa. Okay, yeah. Honestly, there is only the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, James loves the Saints. Saints are having a good season there, too. So, what's Drew Brees, like 39 now or whatever? I think Drew Brees is waiting for Tom Brady to retire so then he can retire or vice versa. Because they're both
they go back and forth.
They go back and forth on records out there. So,
maybe they'll tie and they'll both just be like, all right, let's just
I feel like
retire.
if one quit, then the other one would
stay around until they got the lead and they'd be done.
Right. Oh, raviolis. I do like some raviolis. Are you making like homemade raviolis with the pasta and everything in there? I watched that on some of the Diner Driving and Dives, and it's just like, I don't have those skills, but those skills look really good when they make those homemade raviolis.
Cheese
like
ravioli or what do you put in your ravioli?
They get beef. You can put sausage in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean,
what Moose was putting in it, yeah. But I think some of the Diner and Dives where they make their own like ravioli pasta, it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Jets are 0-12. Well, they got 4 chances to not be like the Lions were a few years back.
I thought they won one game.
No, I guess they're still lost. They should have beat the Raiders. The Raiders won on a Hail Mary, from what I saw this last weekend.
Yeah.
How did the guy get behind? Like, how do you? I mean, it wasn't like it was a pass that got knocked down. Like the guy flat out beat him. Like, how do you not have people back there to knock down the pass? Like,
oh, it's right the arrow in 12. You know why? Because they let him score. They wanted that number 1 overall pick.
It's like the Jets are so bad they can't even do a prevent defense right. Oh, yeah, tripping Browns to say no more. Cardinals to Breeze Browns proud, baby. Oh, but that's so you're good with sticking small pointed things in. Yeah, but that's just good at a lot of stuff. Just curious where I live in South Jersey, right? I was born and raised in Berlin. I know Berlin. Just outside Cherry Hill before moving to Florida back in 2007. I was actually raised in Burlington, New Jersey. We used to go down to around Berlin, and we go to Marlton and all different spots back in the day, before I left to go to college back in the 80s. But, yeah, pretty familiar with that area as well. Actually, I'll be back up in Jersey probably in the spring, the way it looks right now, trying to get back up there. One of my buddies, he actually runs Spellbound Brewing from high school, so I'm going to check him out when I'm up there as well and to see some of the old peeps from back in the day. But Jersey, you never get Jersey out of you. If you live in Jersey, Jersey's always with you. So I'm looking forward to getting back and having some nice cheesesteaks, some nice hoagies, some nice Sicilian pizza, all that good stuff that we had up there in Jersey. Being able to go to a Wawa, which you don't get like where I'm at, and getting a shorty. Looking forward to it. Ooh, enjoying a favorite, Victory SC. Victory SC is probably my favorite Imperial Porter that is out there in the marketplace. That is done so well by Ballast Point, and there's different variants of it, but even the base Victory SC is so good by itself. And then if you get the one that were some of the other different variants of it, you can actually enjoy those. There was one I wanted to get, but I think you have to be in California to get it at the brewery, which was a peanut butter cup variant. So I do have one of those for the Epic Big Bad Baptist, so I need to crack that open at some point. I'm looking forward to trying that as well. Gilbert says, "Go Pack Go." Tanyan is a beast and stolen of the Lions. So Gilbert's a big, big, big Go Pack. Elbow with the pimp ring. Elbow is the pimp. Elbow is the OG, Dolly. So represent, Elbow. He runs things for sure. Hi, Elbow. Your band session was a great listen. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, if you guys don't know Elbow, he gets down on the piano and does some different jam sessions and also does some beer review stuff too. Make sure you check out Elbow. Make sure you check out all these people in the chat. There's a lot of good people in here as well. If you like to cook or want to find out how to do stuff, Leprechaun, he's got his channel where he does a lot of the different cooking on there as well. He really gets down on the Blackstone. The stuff that we see on Facebook that he's making is just incredible that he's making up there in his area. So he's always making some good food. I'm kind of glad I don't live closer to him because he's about 5 or 6 hours from me. And if I was near him, I'd be doing takeout from his house like freaking probably every day. The stuff that he shares on Facebook. So good cat to check out. And like I said, you will be amazed at some of the stuff that he does. So give him a look as well. 2 things same people can agree on. Beer is great. The Cowboys are a crab sandwich. Cheers to that, Emerson. Sorry, Blake. If Blake's still here, Blake's a big Cowboys fan. I don't know why he's still a big Cowboys fan. I mean, you'd think he's had enough misery, but, you know.
Yeah, I think they play the Bengals this week.
They got a chance for a win. I know it is. Interesting. Eddie Dalton's actually starting this week, coming back with the Cowboys. They said he's actually back as a starter now since he came back from that injury against was it who did he get hurt against? Washington. That's who it was. I think it was Washington that put that hit on him. So first time back to play this former team. He'll be interesting to see what happens. I kind of feel like he would like to stick it to the Bengals, so we'll see. What's up with Sidekick? Sick or hemorrhoids, looks preoccupied. I think he was just doing some different things there because the dogs were jumping around and stuff. So I think that's what he was doing earlier. Yeah, when you're messing with the thing because the dogs started barking.
It depends on how long ago that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shannon was coming home, so I had to mute.
Yeah. Dolly and quite experienced at slicing and poking and long range targets. Don't doubt any of that whatsoever with Vanessa. Do tell Vanessa, I love hearing it. I'm having a ramen cheese stick can of beets. I just talked you up about cooking, and that's what you're having, Lap? What's going on? Is this like grocery stores with like Guy Fieri or something? Like, why are you having that? Yeah.
Clean out the closet.
I go to the store in the morning. This is what I got right now. Let's just play potluck.
So that's something simple. You ain't got to dirty up a lot of dishes on. So
it's like that show. I don't know if you ever seen that show called Chopped. That's on like the cooking channel.
I love that show.
They go through trying to cup you, but they go in. It's like, okay, here's your basket, and it's like you have to make a thing, and it's using this, and this, and it's just like it's like Lep just pulled ramen cheese stick can of beets. Go make something.
Exactly. There was actually this last season there were like 3 chefs from Louisville restaurants that were on there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Was it like a Louisville competition or just happening?
No, not on the same one. They were just on individual episodes.
Yeah. Dolly's saying she's having Korean barbecue for Christmas, getting me a Korean to cook for her. Because she's going out to eat that night.
I think of that. I think of Christmas.
Records. Yeah.
Think of the Christmas where they go to Chinese for Christmas because of the dogs.
Christmas Story because the dogs.
Christmas Story,
yeah. That's always a classic. What I want to say, that was one thing I was going to ask to the people tonight. If you want to put it in there, like, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Just kind of curious what people's thoughts are. Because I still get a kick out of that one. Is still pretty funny. And I'm not one that usually sits around watching a lot of the Christmas movies. When I think of Christmas movies, A Christmas Story is one of them. I don't care what anybody says. Die Hard is one of them. It's a Wonderful Life is like one of them as well. Bad Santa. Although I've never seen the second one of that. One that people don't look at as a Christmas movie, which I never understood why. Gremlins. Yeah. It's like the damn gremlin is a Christmas gift. It's all about a Christmas gift there. Lethal Weapon, the first Lethal Weapon was around Christmas and stuff too, but I don't know if you can get that slid in there as a Christmas movie. That would be more of a recent Die Hard, I think. So, yeah. But remember, he shoots the guys when they're picking up the Christmas trees. So, Christmas Vacation, always up there.
I was going to say, you haven't even named 2 of the better ones, Christmas Vacation and Elf.
That's always that. Elf, yeah. I've never watched Elf from start to finish. I watched parts here and there. I feel like I know the whole thing that happens, but I never watched it all the way.
All right.
And Quiet as Kept, a sleeper that people don't talk about as much. Santa Claus with Tim Allen is actually a pretty good Christmas movie.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
You're right. That's actually
Yeah.
a pretty good one.
Yeah, so Home Alone, people throw that out there. But, I'm kind of curious what people like for their favorite Christmas movies, if there is one. Some people go old school, Bing Crosby, White Christmas. People like that one as well. So
So what was yours?
as far as favorite Christmas movie,
Yeah.
it'd probably be Christmas Vacation, because every time it's on, I sit there and watch. It'd be Christmas Vacation or Christmas Story. Like, the wife
Yeah.
gets upset when I watch Christmas Story because it's a marathon that day, and I'll sit there and I'll come back and watch at different points of the day. She's like, "How many times
Yeah,
are you
you
gonna
see the
watch
whole
this?"
thing.
But I'm like, it's on 24 hours, so I feel like it's on. Why not? Why not get
Right.
the attention of the part? And I'm always laughing when I watch it. So yeah,
Yeah, you almost have to at least watch some of it anyway.
yeah. But that's like those two are probably the ones up there. Occasionally, I'll watch It's a Wonderful Life, but I kind of like the main part I like about that one is like when he finds out like the guy loses the money. I find that scene funny for whatever reason. Like someone's going to jail and it's not going to be me, type thing. The way he talks, Jimmy talks in that line. Bad Santa is always fun. Like an adult Christmas movie, Bad Santa is hilarious.
Oh,
Whenever
yeah.
I watch Bad Santa. Me and the wife and one of our other friends and their wife, we went to see that at the theater when it came out, and me and my buddy were laughing out of the freaking seats. It was just like hilarious.
I need to watch it again. I haven't seen it for a couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, the whole scene with like Willie and the hooker and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's like the different punchline. John Ritter, the parts he had, Bernie Mac, the parts he had, all just pretty funny. Those were all put together. So
Yeah.
What
that's a good
about
one.
you? What about your favorite?
I would. It's probably a 1A and a 1B, but I'd probably put Christmas Vacation right there, and then Elf for me be right there
Elf,
too.
yeah.
And then probably like Christmas Story.
Yeah, a lot of people like Elf. I just never watched it all the way through, but do you ever go wrong with Will Ferrell? I mean, for the most part.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so silly, and it's just funny. It's just good.
It's like I still even watch Step Brothers when it's on. When I catch it on, I still sit there watching it, just like cracking up on that. So yeah.
That's another one of those when you just happen to see it on like TBS or TNT or something. You're scrolling through and you're like, oh, okay, there ain't nothing else on. Like, well, guess I'm not going to bed until midnight.
Step Brothers is like that perfect like Saturday movie. You're laying on the couch. You're like, you don't feel like going anywhere. There's no games and on. You're flipping through and it's like, oh, Step Brothers. And you're just laying there. You're just watching it, cracking up the whole time. It's like, it's a comfort type movie if there is a thing.
Step Brothers, Blindside for me is one of those. Like every time I see it on, I'm always just like, I've seen this thing. I don't know. I can't even count how many times.
Yeah.
I always stop and watch it anyway.
Yeah, I've never seen The Blind Side. I know about it, but I just haven't watched it. I feel like it's too sappy for me. I just feel like those sappy type movies. I mean,
it's a good
Tombstone.
Story.
Whenever Tombstone's on now.
Well, that's another one too.
It's like Lock It Down. Tombstone's on, or
Yeah.
Josie Wales. If Josie Wales is on, I'm locked in as well. So that's still one of my favorites.
Let's see. What's another one that would do that on? Shawshank.
Shawshank's a good movie. That is a good movie.
Yeah. I'll usually watch that whenever it's on. Oh, and Tombstone. Usually I'll do that with.
Yeah.
And it was something else. I was just gonna say something. I just went out of my mind. I forgot what it was now. I was thinking of Blindside. I wasn't Blindside. Oh, Remember the Titans. That was the other one.
Well,
every time I see that too, I'll watch that every single like.
Yeah, anytime I remember Titans and it's Remember the Titans and the scene where he's driving the truck towards the end. That scene and like the scene from The Shining when Jack Nicholson has the axe on Scatman Carruthers.
Oh yeah.
Like those two scenes are like scenes I've seen like tons of times, and I'm still like, don't do it. Don't
no. What are you doing?
Those scenes still get me. Both of those scenes, yeah. Catman.
Oh, you're talking about when he gets hit with the player gets hit
with the car, yeah. When he's pulling out,
yeah. You're like, no, don't, no, just. Just stay
And
home.
I get a little choked up in the throat also at Rudy when they put Rudy in the game as well. So
Oh yeah, I think that's everybody though. You almost have to.
Dolly said beets leprechaun my papa love. So are you calling leprechaun an old man then, saying your dad loves the beets? Getting closer to making a few low Roman workbenches. Cantonese style deep fried lobster and ginger garlic scallion wine sauce. Drink mimosas. Are you going out, Dee, or are you making this for
Dang.
Christmas? I feel like Dee either going out or ordering in on that one. Vanessa, what do you use the benches for? I think the Saints have a great record. I think the Saints only have 2 losses the last time I saw anything. They're definitely ahead of Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. For Christmas, I'm going to eat some food I brought for the Rota Scare. Number 8, ramen with a side of ramen and beanie weenies. There you go. Get creative. It'll be the apocalypse Christmas. Lobsters cooked in a smoker. Oh, nice. And Emerson, you like teeny wieners? You got to watch out around Dolly, Emerson.
Dolly.
Jets are just terrible and only expected to win a few games a year. Eagles are always contenders. Yeah, Eagles have, they have talent to come through. I always thought like they let Andy Reid go too early there. Obviously, he didn't win the title there, but he did get in the Super Bowl when he had Donovan and Terrell that year. But I think his career coaching with the Eagles was like almost 750. So that's like 12-4 each year. And you knew he was going to break at some point, and then he goes to Kansas City a few years later. He wins at Kansas City. I thought that he could have won it there in Philly as well, but they still got it later on, which was good. So I know when they won, my mom was very happy because she's been an Eagles fan like her whole life. So the low Roman bench is a workbench you can sit on to do leather work and woodwork, and the low bench is to work the other stuff. No, yes, yeah, Emerson. Careful if you encourage Dolly. Just be careful.
Yeah, tread lightly.
Let's see, Vanessa. I can straddle the bench and cut out thick leather pieces easier. And Vanessa, if you're throwing straddling out there again, you got Dolly here. Just be careful. Hello, Dolly. Too many beasts turn your poop a pretty color. Turn your poop a pretty color. It's all purple. Benches are knee high. See what I mean? Straddle.
Hearts.
That's just how Dolly
hearts.
thinks there. Yeah. Straddle and leather work, Dolly. Yeah. Once it's in her head, you can't get it out, Vanessa. I used to hit my papa with a can of beets. Now he stutters. That's not nice.
Dolly.
Massachusetts, all supermarkets are closed Christmas Day, so I know sleeping in will be on the menu. Nice. Yeah, I think here Thanksgiving they close early, like at 4 or 5 or something like that. I don't know if they're open on Thanksgiving on Christmas. I think they may be closed here as well for Kroger, but everybody should be home to spend the holiday with their family that day. In my
I'm
opinion.
not sure. I feel like they are too. I feel like the only ones on Christmas Day that are open are like Walgreens and
Fucking Walmart. They'll never let their people go.
well, they might be too.
Yeah.
The pharmacies I feel like are always open on Christmas Day. It seems like everybody else is pretty much closed though.
Walmart is like, we have you forever. It's like you work at Walmart. It's just like, I don't even go to. I hate even going into Walmart. Like I walk into Walmart, I feel like there's just something all like you enter those doors that open up, and you feel like
dirty.
Comes over. You feel dirty as soon as you step into the place. I have to go there because my eye doctor is part of their doctor lab, so we have to go into that one, which is up in the front. But the only time I ended up going to Walmart to buy something is like it was on a weekend. And like say something happens to the car, and like the only car spot open is the Walmart. If you need like someone with a tire or battery or something like that and everything, but I try to avoid it as much as possible. Make the eggnog and add your favorite liquor. How about that? Plus, I don't want to get locked up again. Well, that's a good thing, Dolly. Turkeys throughout the year. These pervs smoking big logs. Talking about the bologna earlier. Smoked bologna is excellent, Lepet said when we were talking about that as well.
Yeah,
wrap bologna and bacon and smoke it over pecan wood. Ooh. Say pecan or you say pecan?
Pecan.
Pecan. I feel like pecan is the way I like to say it because I feel it's a little more elegant. But some people say pecan, and I just don't,
I don't know.
Is it a cultural type maybe thing, or is it like a?
I think so.
I don't know. Some people say pecan, and some say pecan.
I think it would be kind of like a southern type thing, or depending on where you're at. Yeah, location wise, for sure. I would think.
Like you say pecan in the wrong place. Oh, you fancy.
Oh, you one of those, huh?
Telling their friends, look, we got a pecan guy over here. Cut you off a slab and fry it amazeballs. So smoked bologna, people seem to be going crazy for that there. What's up, Jules? Cheers. Says howdy, y'all. Hopefully you're staying warm there, my friend.
Cheers.
Smoked bologna was a crack deal I knew back in the early 200s. Or 2000s, rather. Drew's 41 and needs to retire. We don't need him anymore. Yeah. He's 41, so like I said, I think he's holding out until Tom does it, because I know Drew has some records, and he's probably making sure Tom doesn't get them, and vice versa. So
they go back and forth on touchdowns every week, it seems.
And the Saints are winning with him, so apparently he still has some gas in the tank. It might be on fumes, but it's there. I must make more duck noodles and raviolis. Nice. Drew Brees, Dolly. Drew Brees. Emerson. Drew was the GOAT, Dolly, but he can't throw more than 30 yards anymore. I feel like you hate to see him be like almost like Peyton Manning in his later years. Almost like he was just throwing ducks out there. Like he should have stopped before he got to the point he did as well. Drew
Brady kind of looks that way on the long throws too, really.
Yeah. Don't follow football. What's up, Big Daddy Mojo? Fat Bear is coming out soon. Is that a little pseudo Sue for your avatar? Very nice.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Rare Bank, New Jersey was fun to visit. There's a lot of fun spots in Jersey. A whole baked bologna. I saw Emerald Lagasse go at it on his Emerald Live show. Yeah. I actually went to one of Emerald's restaurants down in New Orleans years ago. Fantastic food, but you had to know what to actually order. Like, it was funny. We went with some other couples, and I forgot what I ordered, but I got a pretty good size. My friend ordered something else, and it was kind of like one of those restaurants where it can look good, but you don't get a lot. Like, you're getting a quality, but not a lot of quantity. He was upset, like he ordered the wrong thing, and for what you pay, you want to make sure your choice is about right. And so, but it's good food. Emerald, his restaurant, he wasn't there cooking or anything like that day, but you can't beat like New Orleans cuisine. Those restaurants down there, especially off of Bourbon, some of the places there, not just like the Pat, what you call them, which is like the tourist one, but all the other ones that are down there too. Plus the music,
Pat Ryan's or whatever.
Pat O'Brien, Pat something.
Pat O'Brien's, there you go, Pat O'Brien's. I was like, was a sports guy at one time.
But you go to some of the clubs down there, and the acts they get that are just the local bands are better than some of the artists signed these deals you hear on the radio and stuff. It's just a great time when you're in New Orleans. I need to go back at some point. I've only been down there, I think probably 4 or 5 times, but it's one of the great cities we have here in the country.
I've never been. I've wanted to go, but I've never been.
Yeah. Anytime you folks are around, I would cook up a ton of food. Yeah. I would love to get to see Vanessa up in Connecticut at some point. I mean, I just have a blast just up there. They didn't cook, like, if I could sit there and actually just talk to Vanessa directly for like a couple hours, I'm sure I'd be entertained the whole time throughout.
Oh, for sure. Stories galore.
Just like the newest Mike Tyson fight, neither are better. What did y'all think of that, Mike? Did anybody see the Mike Tyson fight out there? Did you watch that fight at all?
I did.
The replay?
Nah, I saw it.
I was like, let's face it. First of all, the only highlight of the night was freaking Logan Paul knocking out Nate Robinson. That was probably the highlight of the night.
I thought I saw he's supposed to fight like Mayweather or somebody.
Not Logan, Jake, his brother, the other YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
Was going to do that. Everybody's like, well, that makes no sense. But the Tyson, I mean, knowing the rules, after I found the rules going in, it's like,
Yeah.
it
What's the
wasn't
point?
like, it brought it down. It's like, what's the point? Yeah. So,
Because I think Tyson would have just beat his ass down, honestly.
if it would have been something where you could knock out the person, I think it would have been that way. Tyson definitely have caught Roy there. Roy was moving. It was funny. I got to admit, the other highlight of the night was Snoop Dogg on commentary.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, he was
funny as shit.
That was the steal of the show. That was definitely the highlight of the night for sure.
When he came out the first round, and then Snoop was like, "This is like my two uncles fighting at my barbecue." And the lines he was putting in there throughout the night, that made it entertaining. So I will say, if I watch another one, Snoop has to be the commentator for me to do so.
I mean, how do you not like Snoop Dogg? I mean, you have to. I think after Shannon, we sat there and we did it. Well, that was the day we had our Thanksgiving, was that Saturday. So we had, some of our family over. So we watched it. And she's like, I love Snoop Dogg. And after that, she's like, I don't really like Snoop Dogg. I was like, hey, who can't? How do you not like Snoop Dogg?
I like Snoop Dogg. And the other part was you had like a mini concert with Snoop Dogg that night. And who was the other one that came out? It was Snoop Dogg. It was
dang.
There was somebody else, and I was like, well, they're pretty weak. It's like, why are they even?
Yeah. It was right. Was the Snoop Dogg right before the main fight, or was that?
He was before the main fight, and then I remember Neo did the anthem, which was good. But then I forgot who the other artist was on there. It's kind of like, But Snoop Dogg's concert was pretty good when he did his concert. When he did his part, yeah. You got that right, Julie. Vanessa is one badass chica. Can't beat you. Don't like steaming them yourself. Hey, Jewel, to Chopped Rocks. Yeah, Chop's a great show. I watch it from time to time. I don't watch it as much, but for a while, say about 2 or 3 years ago, I used to be pretty much into it, kind of watching this stuff. Because I was curious because, one thing, like at the time I was brewing beer. So I was making my own beer. And people that brew beer often like to cook as well, that I found. Mm-hmm. And that was a great show to say, okay, here's 3 different things, make something out of it. And you learn different things to go together and stuff. So great show there as well.
Yeah, the creativity on that's like, okay, he gets some really crazy ingredients. Like, what are you gonna? How? There's no way you can make anything out of that, and they do. It's like, okay. Yeah, and another one is like
the cat. Guys' grocery games where they have to make stuff out, like using certain things, but they have to buy the stuff under a certain budget for what they need too, which is interesting because you need to be creative in that as well.
Well, then they also had one kind of similar to that, but it was at I forget the name of it. They're in the parking lot, and they're having to get people coming out of like a Whole Foods or whatever the grocery store was.
And they buy their cart. They don't know what's in it, but they have to buy their cart.
Right, yeah, and they just buy the bag, and they have so much money, and they have to buy the bags or whatever, and they can they auction against each other to try to buy that person's bag or whatever. And then whatever the ingredients are, they have to cook with it. That's a pretty good show.
I haven't seen that one. I just seen a commercial for it, but that seemed interesting as well.
I can't think of the name of it though. But it's pretty good. And they just have it set up right there in the parking lot, and they just cook out there with whatever the ingredients are.
Chad said Tyson, I'm thinking, only had a fight because he needed cash. His wallet isn't as big since he nibbled on the ear. Actually, Tyson is pretty much rolling in it right now. His marijuana operation he runs is making a lot of dollars out in Vegas. He definitely, I don't think, needed the money there. I think Roy May needed him more to fight. It was funny because I think only Tyson and Roy got $1 million for the fight because it was like a charity type event, and like a lot of the proceeds went to do something else. But like Logan Paul rather, and Nate Robinson, they only got $600 from a fight that I saw in the piece.
Are you serious? That's all they got?
Yeah, like Nate got knocked out for $600.
Wow, embarrassed.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's the Christmas movies I talked about earlier. So Julie says Home Alone and A Christmas Story. All the Die Hard movies, Vanessa says, even though they're not all Christmas. all the Die Hard. Anytime Bruce Willis is shooting people, I'm in. That's Christmas. So.
That's right.
Dolly Parton
Yippee-ki-yay.
did one. Hallmark Channel, Cheesy Beloved. And Dolly Parton, whatever Dolly Parton does is good. I mean, Dolly, I got love for Dolly there. So, yeah. Critters versus Gremlins. But see, Gremlins was a Christmas movie because Gremlin was the Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So, the Santa Claus, right? The Santa Claus was underrated. Tim Allen, underrated for that one. Prancer, Sam Elliott, Meow. All right, Julie, let's bring it down. Every time you women say Sam Elliott, you say it's a little purr or something there.
I mean, is there a female alive that doesn't like him?
The dude's probably got the best mustache in Hollywood, but you know, anytime a woman says either Sam Elliott or like Idris Elba, it's just like something's going to follow after it, you know. So you kind of become accustomed to that. Really old movies like Singing in the Rain, Christmas in Connecticut, White Christmas, etc. Yeah, so I was thinking like Bing Crosby. Prancer is fun. Best Christmas movie is Money Train. You know what? I didn't think about Money Train, but that was around Christmas time as well as everything. Woody, Wesley, J.O. gets punched in the face and he goes crazy. Crazy guy that shot his wife in the restaurant parking lot in the two. Best Christmas movie ever. Money Train was one, you know, that's actually one that a lot of people didn't like as much, or they saw it kind of as a flop at that time just because it followed White Man Can't Jump. But I actually enjoyed Money Train, but I always forget about that movie. Ooh, Jules says not an Elf fan. Will Ferrell. How do you not have love for Will Ferrell? Will Ferrell's one of the funniest guys out there.
Come on, Charlie. Come on.
Christmas Story is always solid. I mean, you think of a good movie, and there's so many lines from A Christmas Story. Although one of my favorite is when he does the poll, of course, and he's telling a story, and he triple dog dares the kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's a breach of etiquette. Now he's telling it like... And of course, beat up the bully. He's cursing and realizes he's cursing as much as he is. And his mom comes and gets him. And the soap. Like he sold his boy.
I was going to say the soap. Yeah.
Where did you learn those words at before? That was when the time for changing the tire. And he had to get the soap in the mouth. And he gives his boy up. And his boy doesn't do it. But he gives him up anyway just to get out of it. That's so something I would have done. Yeah. He's like, I could have said my dad told me that's. I heard it from him millions of times. You know, he gives up his friend, you know. It's just, and you hear it on the phone like, what did I do? Oh, you gotta look.
I still like the scene when he gets the lamp out in the box and he's like, for Julie. This is from Italy or whatever, from France or whatever. He says like must be expensive.
He puts it in the front window. It's like,
and everybody's passing by just looking at it.
It's like I swore I could have heard taps that night. Like after it gets broken. Gotta love the leg lamp. The Apartment with Jack Lemmon can be considered a Christmas movie. I've heard about The Apartment there as well. Jack Lemmon's always a great actor. He's always been a great actor. So I always love stuff he's in, but I've never seen that one.
I haven't either.
I love both of those, Roger. Yeah, definitely. Tombstone was from Tucson where I lived there. Tombstone is just one of the you want to say like one of the best Westerns I think I've seen, but there's so many Westerns out there, but I would just say like when I think of a good Western, it's like Tombstone, it's like Josie Wales, it's High Plains Drifter. It's like it's one of those ones that are just like it's just so good. The one that he did later on with Morgan Freeman was another good one. I can't remember the name of that movie right now, but just a solid movie, Tombstone. Yeah, you know, that's a good thing because people don't think Trading Places as well. That's another one that gets missed a lot of times, but that also was a Christmas Christmas time. And it gets to a point, like, what do you have to make it a Christmas movie? Does it have to be around Christmas or just be at that time of Christmas, you know? So that's where it gets in. But yeah, that was at Christmas time.
That's a good question.
Well.
That's a good question.
I tell you, another one that's really good that people miss is The Ref from back in the day with Dennis Leary and Kevin Spacey and Annette Bening. That's really a good one. That was also a Christmas movie. Dances with Wolves. That wasn't Christmas, though. Now, see, Jules, they just throw stuff out there. Braveheart. Like, Nothing whatever to do with Christmas.
Just throw it on the wall, see what sticks.
Just throwing it out there now. If Blade Runner is on, I'm going. I work to finish it. Blade Runner was an excellent movie. You know what I just realized?
Maybe that's what she was talking about.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh, maybe the movies to watch. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I don't think I ever watched the new Blade Runner, which was like the one that came out a couple years ago. I may have to watch that at some point. But the original with Rutger Hauer and Harrison Ford is a classic.
I haven't seen that in for a long. Oh, it's been forever.
See, Jules, now you are throwing stuff out there. Lonesome Dove. That's like a TV show. That wasn't even a movie. That was a TV show. Godfather 1 and 2 twice a year. Nobody's got love for Godfather 3. Nobody ever talks about Godfather 3. There's a reason for that. Yeah. Goodfellas is a movie. Anytime that's on, I'm watching. Yeah. I'm always like Goodfellas and Casino. I pretty much am locked into it. Not as much as the Party. I like The Party, but I don't like it as much as Goodfellas or Casino.
Yeah. I also like to watch My Cousin Vinny when it's on.
That's a classic. I mean, again, a movie is strong by how many times people quote stuff, and I think the two Utes was quoted many a time.
Yeah, yeah. Utes. What's a Ute?
Yeah, so My Cousin Vinny's great. Going with the Wind, I was never going with the Wind person. There's probably obvious reasons why, but
yeah, that's like Shannon's favorite movie, or it was at one time.
But it was quoted a lot, right? So, I mean, people saying Frankie Scott, I don't give a damn. That's one of the most quoted lines from over the years. Epic novels, but enjoyed the movies too. Yeah, you look at some of the novels I went to movies, things like The Great Gatsby, Death of a Salesman I enjoyed. This was a great thing. To Kill a Mockingbird with Gregory Peck. That's a classic and a great read as well. So, yeah, there's some great ones that went from novels to the movies. The Grinch. I've never saw The Grinch with Jim Carrey, although the cartoon, come on, you gotta love the cartoon. But have you seen the Jim Carrey Grinch movie?
I did. I feel like maybe a year or so after it came out.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim Carrey, he does a good character act and pretty much anything he plays for the most part. You know, he was good in that.
Yeah. Chad, that's actually an excellent call. And I always forget about that one, but Scrooge with Bill Murray was really good. Bill Murray did a great job in that one.
I didn't think about that either.
Who was his assistant? Alfina Howard. She does a lot of the stuff now in movies and stuff. But yeah, that was a great cast in that one as well that they did. Good old Scrooge. Let me see here. Didi says, no, I'm making the dish. I'll send you pics. So he's going to actually make the dish. Okay. All right. Nice. Go ahead with your best self, Didi. Yeah, send me the pics on it. Scrooge is fun and definitely. So yes, just watched it last weekend. Carol Kane was epic. LMAO. Lep went there. Poop. Well, that's what Lep does. You know, you give Lep enough time, he'll get there. Rite Aid, Skin Crawlies. One of my favorite movies was Sinbad. That's another one. Good call, Chad. Jingle All the Way. That was always funny. Sinbad always kind of gets a bad rap over time, and it's like I thought Sinbad was funny back in the '90s as well. He was more of a clean type comedian, but the movie he did there when they're fighting over the action figure is pretty hilarious. So
yeah, that is good. I forget about that one too.
Yeah,
good call, Chad.
Walmart was much more fun pre-pandemic. I miss wandering the store at 200 hours. Yeah, yeah. Walmart never is like that's like a I think a Forrest Gump life was like a box of chocolates. Going to Walmart, you never know what you're going to get. That's how Walmart was.
Very true.
Padded room with white jacket. LOL. Yeah. Pecans. Yeah. It's like, are you fancy or pecans? Like, how do you want to pronounce it there? French menus can be challenged. LOL, Google the menu. Yeah. Just so you get some of those. But down in New Orleans, though, I mean, it's usually the restaurants that we went to were all pretty much easy to see what you were getting, but sometimes the Cajun accent can definitely be a little strong there as well. So luckily, I've studied French for a few years, so I can kind of make my way through without doing too bad. I wish I would have actually knew people that were French. I would remember a lot more of it. But
we have a meat market, or butcher shop here, that the guy that owns it was actually from New Orleans. So it's a Cajun style butcher shop.
Yeah.
And it's really good. And every day, well, when I had my other job, I worked like 2 miles from it, literally. And every day at lunchtime, he has one lunch special every day. And that's all you can get is just whatever it is. They'll have like 50 box lunches or whatever. And once they're gone, they're gone. And that food is amazing.
So he's
every
like,
now and again, he'll go to the brewery, right down where our brewery we go to all the time, Our Lady.
mm-hmm.
And he'll sit up there sometimes and do, kind of like a food truck or something. And this is back, before COVID and all that shit. But,
so he's like the soup Nazi, just with Cajun food.
yeah,
yeah.
He'll sell like bacon wrapped like ribeyes and fillets and whatever, and he always stuffs everything with like cream cheese and jalapenos, like in some chicken or pork, whatever it is.
See, I would tell him, you and me, we're gonna be best friends.
Yeah, it's so good. And you go in about seasonings, and of course you can buy, you can buy during the season. You get your crawfish and you got alligator. I mean, you can buy all kinds of shit in there. And he'll make a lot of the stuff pre-seasoned and frozen, and then give you the instructions on how to prepare it. Set your oven, whatever you need to throw it in the oven, whatever. It's good. It's really good. Like, he could open up a restaurant if he really wanted to. I don't know why he did, but
I haven't had gator.
the food
I would definitely eat some more gator. I liked it when I had it. Big Daddy Mojo, you have my attention, son. If you never had fat beer stout, I'll throw you one. Best peanut butter stout you ever have. Reese's in a glass. I'm all about the peanut butter, so I would definitely have to put a lookout for that one. I put that on my Untapped so I can find that as well. But I'm all about that. I'm looking forward to the epic peanut butter cup because I got a feeling it's going to be pretty damn tasty. Joey said, Tyson fight sneeze, missed it. Oh, well, not this one because back in the day, that was the case. So I forgot to get the dip for the chips. You come back with the dip and the fight's over. You're like, what happened? This one was 2 old men fighting and they went the whole distance. So
yeah, I've actually done that back in the day. Get up.
Yeah.
Back in the college days, like, I'm going to grab me a beer.
Yeah.
It's just first round, just started. I grab me a beer, come back, like, what happened? It's over. What do you mean? 36 seconds. You see the replay because they'll show it 10 times, so you actually still see the fight. It's like, what is going on here?
There's some great videos on YouTube. Well, probably YouTube and some other spots out there of some of the Mike Tyson knockouts. And yeah, it was just amazing how quick some of them went. Just hear Debo pass with 20. What? I did not hear about that. So Tony, I think it was Tony. I can't remember his name now. That played Debo. Just passed away. Wow. R.I.P. He was actually Zeus. Yeah, he was Zeus back in the WWE days.
I was going to say Zeus, yeah.
Yeah, wow. Did not hear that. Yeah, Big Daddy says now Logan Paul, right, fighting Mayweather. It's like, really? Like, first of all, let's not just call this a fight because it's not. It's just 2 guys getting in a ring together and throw some jabs possibly.
Making some money.
And it's like Mayweather needs money. It's why? What is the deal with doing that? That makes no sense whatsoever.
I know.
I never want to watch a fight without Snoop Dogg now, right? That's how it is. Every fight should have Snoop Dogg. Any major fight should have Snoop Dogg as a commentator there. That was the best thing.
I felt like he could commentate anything that would be good.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart is funny. Actually, yeah, you bring up that point, but I actually watch a Corona commercial now because Snoop Dogg's on it just to see what he says on the next commercial. It's just, he's funny. Top Rocks, remember Pop Rocks? Oh, Pop Rocks. It was a Pop Rocks and Pepsi that they say killed Mikey back in the day or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like foam up or something and expand or something.
Like, well, I don't believe that happened. And they'd be like, well, you're going to do it. Go ahead and do it. Put the Pop Rocks in the Pepsi. I ain't going to do it. But you didn't believe it happened. I'm not saying I believe it happened. I'm just saying I'm not going to do it. It was a conundrum back in the day. Like, you don't want to believe it, but you're like, you don't want to try. It's like again, we talked about it before. It's like the whole Bloody Mary. Like you didn't.
That's what I was just going to say. It's like Bloody
up,
Mary, and yeah.
but you weren't going to tempt it and try it either. So
can't get to that third one. You're never going to do it.
We challenge each other to see who can keep the most Pop Rocks in their mouth at once. Yeah. Pop Rocks and a Coke. Yeah. Yeah, that was Mikey. The internet says he about get knocked out for 325 put me in, coach. If you get the medical bill or not, or the insurance, because in the States we don't have, everybody doesn't have insurance there. So oh, that's a nice marathon, Vanessa, watching the John Wick movies. I finally got all caught up through that series. I saw the first one originally. I finally saw 2 and I saw 3. I'm looking forward to number 4 now for next year.
I haven't seen the third one yet.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's I was getting out because I'm a muscle car kind of guy, so I like watching Fast and the Furious. And I feel like John Wick has become like that Fast and Furious type franchise, but I find them entertaining the whole time. So
first 2 were good. Although obviously I like the first one better.
And see, Vanessa, like I said, Idris Elba earlier, there she is saying something right behind Idris Elba as well. That's how it happens. Idris Elba, Sam Elliott, 2 guys, you say their names, and women are like, oh. Then it says Tyson's worth $3 million, not what he used to be. Oh, wow. He is down then. But at least Don King can't get his money now, so that's a good thing. They say he smokes a lot of the weed for his weed company, Daddy's going to kill Ralphie, yeah. He's hiding under the sink. Oh, man. Often off the best, a safe side. You too, Gilbert. Thanks for hanging in, brother. Have a great night and a happy Friday. That's it by Eric. I love the High Plains Drifter preach. Yeah, that is crazy with High Plains Drifter. What's the other one that he had too? Well, there was Outlaw Josie Wells, High Plains Drifter, and is he the preacher in High Plains Drifter? I guess he is, but there's another one where he's like a ghost that comes back. I can't remember which one that is. That's also pretty good. He's riding a gray horse. What is the name of that movie?
What are you talking about? Can't think of it either.
He's going to be. I mean, I don't know who's got him in the Deadpool, but he's got to be getting close. I mean, not to sound morbid or anything. I'm just thinking he's older as well out there. Which that's a big loss because he's always been a great movie guy as well. Who's the one I'm trying to think of? Hell Rider, I think it was. And that's the one where he comes back and they don't know what his name is and stuff, and he pretty much gets revenge against the people. Toy's a good highlight. Yeah, Toy's a good movie. Toy's is a good movie as well. Unforgiven. That's what I couldn't remember earlier. Unforgiven. Was one of my favorite westerns too. Yeah. Yeah, The Ref. Yeah, funny. The Ref is hilarious. And it's one that people miss. It's one of those ones that kind of flew under the radar. That was back in the 90s when it was like blockbusters were in play. Like millennials don't know what blockbusters really are, but back in the day, Friday night, Blockbuster is packed. You're trying to pick out a movie. The Ref was
new releases gone.
Yeah. The Be Kind Rewind, type thing, and that always suck. You get a movie somebody didn't rewind. Like, come on, man, why you not rewind?
Did they used to charge you if you didn't rewind it though?
Yeah, they did charge you if you brought it back up and it wasn't rewind. Yeah. The old Blockbuster days. And you get the movie candy at the Blockbuster because you weren't at the movies, but you weren't watching at home, but you need the movie candy. So you get the movie candy or the popcorn and stuff. Yeah. Kids today don't know how it was back then. Hang 'em High, another good one. Good, Bad, and Ugly was another good one that Clint Eastwood did too. Yeah, we just started. Home Alone, all-time favorite, Dave says. Also a big fan of Christmas horror films. What was the one? There was one with Santa Claus going down the chimney. That was a horror film. I can't remember which one it was. It was, oh, God. What is the, so I can see it on here.
I can see it, but I can't think of.
want to say Christmas Night or something. Dead Silent Christmas something. Silent Night, Deadly Christmas, maybe?
Deadly Night?
Maybe?
Silent Night, Deadly Night?
All Christmas horror movies. I think it might have been Silent Night, Deadly Night. Let me see. Oh, there was Krampus. That was one out there too. That was an old one from back in the day. Silent Night, Bloody Night.
Bloody.
Yeah. Yeah, good old Christmas flicks.
Was Silent Night, Deadly Night?
I think it was Silent Night, Deadly Night. Let me see. That might have been a different one.
Maybe it was just like a zombie movie or something.
God, where's Paul when you need him? Because Paul.
I know, that's what I was just thinking.
It was Silent Night, Deadly
there.
Night. You're right. Silent Night, Deadly Night is the one I'm thinking of because I see the movie poster for it here. Yeah.
Was that a zombie one?
That was back in '84. No, that was like a maniac Santa Claus that was killing people.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Funny person, one of the people that killed in it was Howie Mandel, it looks like. Yeah. So that was a slasher movie back then. New Blade Runner was meh. Yeah, I was wondering how that would actually pan out, but I just hadn't watched it. No Country for Old Men. Good, solid movie. Yeah, I enjoyed that when I watched that. That was pretty good. U2's Scarlett was Survivor. Yeah. And Leon, oh my God, The Professional. That's a classic movie too. That's fun. I say it's a classic, but if you happen to see it, it's like one you don't forget. And that's with Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman, when she was a little,
yeah. Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman
Yeah.
is like the police chief or whatever, and yeah, Gene. I can't remember his last name, but the guy that plays in some of the other stuff. Now you've seen him like in Mission Impossible and some other stuff, but yeah, that was a really good movie. Jim Carrey is freaking awesome. Nightmare Before Christmas. I never saw The Nightmare Before Christmas. Tim Burton on that one. I heard a lot of people that liked it though.
Oh, I've ever seen it either. Actually,
Scrooge movie where Jim Carrey played. I've never seen a Scrooge movie where Jim Carrey plays Scrooge. The only Christmas movie I see with Jim Carrey is him playing the Grinch, I think. Plane, Trains, and Automobiles, Candy Devil, Scene, Diving the Wrong Way on the Highways of Christmas. No, Plane, Trains, and Automobiles is a Thanksgiving movie, though. Right? Because he's trying to get home for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's a crazy scene as well. Driving on the highway. Sinbad stand. Yes, I agree. Sinbad is, and I feel like he doesn't get appreciated sometimes because he's such a clean comedian, but his stand-up was pretty damn funny.
Yeah, when he first come on the scene, his stand-up was really good.
There's Lee. I can't remember his name, but Tony Tiny Lester, yeah. We just heard earlier that he had actually died. So, I think it was Gilbert mentioned Debo died today. That sucks. That's 2020 right there. Shout out to Lee for joining us. Well, Lee's got some great stuff on his channel too. If you don't know Lee Russell, make sure you check him out. Lee actually OG in doing the beer stuff, and then he does other stuff as well. Occasionally does the beers. So, if you guy up there in Canada, make sure you see what he's doing. So you like I mentioned, have a good night, dudes. Cheers. You too, brother. Thanks for swinging in.
Lee.
Yeah, appreciate that. And I think I've known Lee for like 3 or 4 years now. So it's funny. Time just flies.
It does.
People you meet and everything. Meow. Hang on High. Yeah, Pale Rider. Yes. And Lee's a big movie buff too. So Boo says, hey, chat folks. Krampus. Yeah. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, Dave. Yeah. Christmas Evil is a good one too. I don't think I've seen Christmas Evil. Horror flicks are boring for me. Why is that, Moose Gal? I enjoy some of the good. If they're good horror flicks, I enjoy them. Like, I like a nice little shaking it up type horror type film. Problem is, some of them become more gory than horror.
Yeah,
So like you just cut. There's not much of a story to pull you in as much. Sleeper that no one remembers in a Christmas movie, Chicago Cab, fantastic flick for Gen Xers. I don't remember Chicago Cab, and I'm a Gen Xer. Let me take a look here. Funny when I think of a Gen X movie, I think of us watching Less Than Zero or something. Breakfast Club. I mean, St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah.
Chicago Cab, known as Hellcat, 1997 film, directed by Mary Sabuski and John Tintori, based on a film by Will Kern. Yeah, I didn't see that one before. Do You Dare to Pay the Fare? So it sounds like a horror movie. Oh, it had John C. Reilly in it, John Cusack, Michael Ironside, who I always think of Michael Ironside. I still think of Scanners all the time when I think of Michael Ironside. And if you've never seen Scanners, that's a crazy throwback movie to the 80s as well, but he was like one of the lead people there.
Yeah, I saw that was a long time ago.
Gillian Anderson, Julianne Moore, Lori Megan. It's got a good cast in there. Huh. We have to pull that up at some point. At this point, it's probably on YouTube. They also had a Hellcat, I guess. Or maybe the Chicago Cab becomes a Hellcat because it looks like some of the same people in that one. Interesting. Yeah, the guy driving the cab looks like he might be a serial killer. I'm just saying. If I was getting that guy flagged down, I'd be like, I'll get the next one.
I'm good.
I'm good. I'll get the next one there. Yeah, Black Christmas like 74 is a classic. Stay away from the 2 remakes. Yeah, I do get tired of Hollywood making a lot of the remakes of films where there's good classic ones out there. Like, I'm happy, but I'm surprised they never tried to do like another. Although it has sequels, like say for Jaws or something like that, and everything. It's like something you don't need to remake.
Right.
Just let them stay where they were.
Just kind of feel like they're just doing it to throw the classic name on it for money.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
Nothing else to add to it.
Yeah, that's who it was. John Reno. I can't remember the last name. La Femme Nikita, another great flick. In that one as well. He was a creative guy with the acid tub scene, Godzilla, but you can't win them all. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good actor. Scanners, head go pop, right? Yeah, so with the scanners, the heads blowing up and everything. It's funny when you watch it now, like the special effects are so dated, but back then it was like, that would freak people out. Emily, the one and one. Hey, what's going on? Cheers. Welcome to the channel. Kind of just kicking it tonight. Hopefully you're having a great Thursday as we kick back and enjoy some different beers, and just kind of at this point we're talking about some of the favorite movies that were out there that people had. Let me see here. Hello everybody. And Lou says I never get scared watching horror movies. Well, I think as we get older as well, we do get less scared because we're getting older than when we were like small or not knowing the boogeyman or the thing under the bed or whatever it may be and stuff. So it gets harder for us to freak out on stuff. Although I will say, when they came out, like some of the paranormal activity movies, those were kind of a little bit freaky. I will say the Blair Witch Project was one that kind of got me there, just because when it was done, you watched it. It had some points where you would kind of jump, but when I went to bed, it was still in my thoughts.
Kind of in your head.
And I would dream like being in the woods or something like that. So it was kind of like one of those things that would kind of stick with you there.
See, and I know we've talked about this not that long ago. I feel like that's an underrated movie for sure in that genre.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I mean, it's such a low budgeted film, but I just think it was good. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it only cost like $15,000 or something.
Yeah.
Like that. And
makes your mind wander a little bit while you're watching it.
Well, the best movies are where your imagination can take over.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, those are the ones that can kind of freak you out. Let's see, Big Daddy's anything. Well, actually, Big Daddy, with this one, I don't really, it's just us doing kind of like a podcast type show, but occasionally I do have the panel shows. I can definitely let you know when we do one of those, we can get you in as well. Remake of Jaws will be terrible looking CGI shark. Yeah. Well, the funny thing about Jaws is when they made that movie, they were actually having difficulty with the shark as the prop. So that's why you never saw the shark really until later on in the movie, because when they couldn't get it to work right for the filming of it and getting to pop out of the water, they wanted to be. And actually, because of that, it became even a better movie because your imagination took over in a lot of the stuff. Dovetail Rausch beer, very nice. I do like a nice Rausch beer as well.
I remember as a kid, my grandpa and my uncle lived in California. It was my mom, my aunt's brother, and dad. When I was a kid, we went out to San Diego, was where they lived. We went to Universal Studios, and I remember, that was the original Universal wasn't in Florida then, like it is now.
Yeah,
and it was like the original kind of Psycho house and the place where they filmed Jaws or whatever. And it was pretty cool to see it. And I just remember like the tram would go by, riding by, and Jaws would come up out of the water like it was coming out to get you on the tram or whatever. It was kind of neat to see. I think I was like 10 years old or something then, but
which is perfect for freaking you out at that point and stuff.
Yeah. But it was kind of neat to see all the different movie studios and sets and everything like that.
Yeah. James, I think all horror movies are true comedies. They say you have to watch the right horror movies for them to affect you. Today's horror movies are filmed with worthless jump scares. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that editing that they kind of do, trying to get to. But I mean, like you said, there's some that have a little bit of their being like a little bit more to get you involved into it. Like, I didn't get freaked out like watching The Ring or stuff like that, but I know some people that did. But I thought it was better written. If you watch the Japanese version, The Ringu versus The Ring, that one freaks you out a little bit more than The Ring actually does.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, like I said, as you get older, you're kind of like, it's harder to actually be scared watching something like that and everything. But there are some things that will definitely catch you off guard still. I remember Mattel Electronics handheld football. You can still buy one at Walmart. But yeah, I too avoid Walmart as much as possible. 100% since 2001. There you go. Yeah, I do remember that. I remember us playing that all the time, like as a kid, especially like going to school, like on the bus, we're playing like the Mattel footballs, like touchdown, here you go, touchdown, here you go. Like, you're back and forth with your buddy or whatever. Yeah. Oh, I love John Carpenter's movie The Thing, was a remake of the 50s. The Thing for the Planet. I thought that was a good one with Kurt Russell and them as well. The Thing and the first Alien were two that I still enjoy to this day. Those are two movies that, if they're on, I can still get involved in. They both had a great suspense factor to them, and it wasn't like some of the stuff we see now where it's just trying to go for a scare tactic. You were definitely getting pulled into the movie at different parts. It tastes like a deli. Delicious. So, yeah. But, yeah, so I think we're about 11 o'clock hour right now. So, I'm probably going to go ahead and get this baby wrapped down. I didn't get any of the beer news because we had some stuff we were figuring out earlier. And it really wasn't too much, I think, of some of the beer news this week. So, I'll save a lot of that stuff for next week that we'll look to share. But, yeah, I think next Thursday, I don't know, Todd, if you're good next Thursday, we'll probably do the Christmas edition. The Christmas edition, and then the week after will be Christmas Eve, so we won't be doing the broadcast that night. May do something during that week or whatever, since I'm off that week, but it won't be like a thing that night for a broadcast. We'll be all spending time with our families and stuff and doing those kind of things. But I was going to say, coming up on the channel, I actually am in the talks to have the people that I know that's a big blogger and writer in the beer community. I'm going to bring her on, and we're going to talk about some different things that she experiences in the beer world. I'm going to save it till later till we get it locked down, but I'm trying to get it maybe for next week to have her as a part and kind of give you feedback. She actually writes about beer and stuff. I think she's out of the Northeast area, so that'll be good. I want to get some of her experiences taking place. Also in talks with some of the other brewery people to try to get them on here as well. I know a lot of you guys liked when I had Eric on here from Lord Hobo, as well as when I had Sizzle on. So I'm going to try to get some more stuff like that for the channel, do some more of those live broadcasts as well, so we get some of the other beer people in. And Todd, let me know Perpetual Hops, because we can get them lined up whenever they're ready to go. We can get something on the schedule.
Yeah, I'll see if I can. Probably, I would say at this point, because of the time of the year, maybe it's the first part of January or something, maybe.
Yeah. So
we'll look to next month.
We'll definitely look to get something targeted there. As far as upcoming videos, I've got some reviews lined up for you guys. Not sure which one I'll drop out there next, but I do have some pretty good ones coming up. I got the few from Left Hand to some of their nitro beers, the brewery, their trade wins. I'm going to share that. Some of the Lindemans brews that I've had. I got a couple things from Spellbound. I got one great one from Lord Hobo. They had sent down to me, so be on the lookout for that. I got a couple other Black is Beautiful beers, which includes one that Todd actually sent to me for Three Floyds. You're going to want to get my. You're going to want to get my take on that one because that's
Yes, I do.
That's an interesting one. I'm not going to ruin it or spoil it or anything like that, but
Oh, did you already have it?
I already had it. Yeah. So
okay.
if there was one that I thought was the bottom of the Black is Beautiful beer, surprisingly, it may be Three Floyds.
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah, it's not what I was expecting there for sure. So you'll want to definitely catch that one there as well. But a lot of good stuff coming up. I'm also going to be looking at doing some other things, actually kicking around some ideas the other night. Some different stuff on the channel. If you guys have ideas or things you want to know about with beer, let me know as well. You guys always have good questions here. I thought the breakdown about the question about IPAs and stuff like that Chad had earlier was a good one. So things that I'm always looking to do, just let me know. And things that you want to see. I'm always about the interactions. I always appreciate when you guys share some input as well. Before I get out, we get the final comments. Dee Dee says, Alien, no doubt. Great show. Have a good night, all. You too as well, brother. Keep on straightening the fairway tomorrow as well.
That's right.
Emerson, cheers. Great scene. Back and thank you, brother. Thank you as well. Dave, cheers. Have a great rest of the night. You too, brother. Even when I was very young, I was never scared of watching horror films. Moose Gal's the tough gal.
Tough gal.
The Birds was a great remake. It was very The Birds. The Birds was a good movie. It was a classic. I don't know if you want to make a remake of that. You say it's cheesy, but when you were back then at that time and the stuff that was done, let's just say I walked to the separate side of the street when that movie came out. I mean, I didn't come out for the original. I watched on the replay later because I'm not that old, but yeah. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, I was staying away from Birds for a bit. Great brewery generally. I agree wholeheartedly with that. And James, you're going to want to see the review because I'll break down about the Three Floyd stuff, which was really a shocker for me on that one. Have a great holiday, everyone. But we'll be back next week, so we'll still be back before the holiday. But that being said, cheers and thanks for everybody that tuned in, and we will look forward to catching up with you guys all next week. Have a good one and have a great Friday. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Cheers.